Welcome to Gridiron Ring, live right here on Periscope, as the WWE will shake things up tonight with the Superstar Shake-Up. So thank you for tuning in and watching my live reactions, play-by-play of WWE Monday Night RAW, as they head up north across the border in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, for this year's WWE Superstar Shake-Up. The WWE Hall of Fame ceremony is currently airing on the USA Network, and DX is giving their speech at this very second. So WWE Monday Night Raw will be starting here within the next couple minutes. So be sure, if you haven't done so already, to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring, GridRing18, and myself, CoolHandLuke96 on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and right here on Periscope. Be sure to hit the like, the super like, and the super heart button as well. Also, be sure to share this live reaction stream on social media.
You're the only other one around here with some eloquence and little sense. He has always been the voice of reason in the group. Why don't you lead us off? Something from the heart, okay? Yeah. And understand what we have done to a whole generation. Your ass is grass, and I'm gonna smoke it.
This is a replay of the Hall of Fame ceremony from the night before WrestleMania 35 last weekend. And DX headlined. X-Pac, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, the New Age Outlaws, Road Dogg, and Billy Gunn. They just thanked China as well a couple minutes ago. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X probably brings to you, it's time, WWE Tag Team Champions of the World. The Road Dogg, Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws.
You know what? I'm so sorry. That happens more times than you can imagine. I apologize. Why don't you give it a whirl? What's that in your pocket? Hey. Before I sincerely apologize, I just need to know one thing.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
No!
I said, are you ready? Then, thousands in attendance, millions watching around the world. Generation X
is now officially
in the WWE Hall of Fame. Let's get ready to suck it. But down with that, we got two words for you. Suck it. Some people just got tired of doing what you're told to do. Right, little man, break it down. Generation X. DX has the squirt guns, squirting everybody in attendance ringside. Triple H going to be going after Baron Corbin. They actually cut because WWE Monday Night Raw is now officially starting. Then, now, forever in the WWE. WWE Superstar Shakeup begins tonight as the WWE will shake things up once again. Chat, questions, and comments always greatly appreciated. Be sure to share this live reaction stream on social media. And they are up north across the border in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Who's going to kick off Raw tonight? Stephanie McMahon, the daughter of Vince, wife of Paul Levesque, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H. Triple H defeated Batista last Sunday at WrestleMania. His career will continue. But his wife, Stephanie McMahon, kicks off WWE Monday Night Raw this evening for the Superstar Shakeup. Let's see what she's got to say. I really don't think a whole lot's going to happen, to be honest with you. I think some tag teams are going to be on the move. Stephanie has a mic in her hand. Let's see what she's got to say. Welcome to Monday Night Raw, as she normally says. Welcome to the Superstar Shakeup. Standing ovation. One and only. The best in the world. Here comes Shane O'Mac, her brother Shane McMahon. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Dollar, dollar, ching, ching, bling, bling, cut the chatter. Ain't talking money, ain't talking no matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling, pat pockets. Damn, so stop it, shock it. Here comes the new kid on the block. Hold on, that's the box. Fuck some ups. On my own. Blame my own problem. So the children of Vince McMahon, Shane and Stephanie, kick off Raw here this evening for the Superstar Shakeup. Shane is the best in the world. Defeated The Miz at WrestleMania last Sunday in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Stephanie has a mic for him as well. So Shane on Raw for the first time in a while, as he is on SmackDown Live. Stephanie on Raw most of the time. Let's see what they got to say. Greg Hamilton ringside. Or Mike Rome. Mike Rome going to do the Greg Hamilton induction of Shane McMahon here tonight on Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, the best in the world, Shane McMahon. He's getting booed from the Montreal crowd. Shane McMahon. That was pretty good. CM Punk chants, as he is the best in the world. But Shane is right now the best in the world in the WWE. Shane says something in Canadian, French Canadian, that I can understand now. They are in Montreal. Kevin Owens is from nearby, along with Sami Zayn. So to shut both Stephanie and Shane up, I would not be surprised if KO and Sami Zayn reunited and came back out. I guess what he just said means best in the world.
You spoke French.
Well, actually,
You suck, Chance. Kurt Angle already had his last match.
but Stephanie,
He lost to Baron Corbin last week at WrestleMania.
French. See, I speak
Just the way it should have gone.
French. That was this dirty dialect French that they speak here in Montreal.
Yeah, sometimes you have to communicate with them on their language, right? Yeah. Okay, but
Tonight,
starting right now,
all the way through SmackDown tomorrow night, every superstar is eligible for the Superstar Shakeup. Every superstar in the WWE, Raw and SmackDown, are about to change.
Maybe new championship contenders, or perhaps certain tag teams will be broken up.
Maybe certain tag teams will be broken up, says Shane.
Shakeup really is one of my favorite nights of the year because regardless of what brand they're on, as of right now, every superstar begins the long journey to next year's WrestleMania. So
The journey to WrestleMania 36 begins tonight.
Cut you off, thinking, forgetting one thing. You know, we go so fast around here.
superstar that's coming to Raw.
Yeah, but before we get there, you know, we go so fast. Let's go back and reflect on some amazing moments that led up to Mania and the year, if you will. So, in the truck, if you wouldn't mind throwing up, I mean, I threw up a couple of my favorites. Oh my gosh, look at that one.
Shane with a picture of him choking out Miz's dad, George Mizanin, at Fastlane
So much fun.
last month. They're showing some images from the Road to WrestleMania this past year, within the past couple months.
Unconscious right there as he's.
This started the feud with Shane and Miz that ended at WrestleMania last weekend.
I cut you off.
Oh, no, okay, well, so let's get to it, okay? It's important to reflect, and these are amazing moments, and congratulations. But
Without further ado,
superstar,
very first superstar, Miz comes out. The Miz comes out on Monday Night Raw. Is Miz going to be on Raw now? Shane's in the ring. Miz from behind takes out Shane. Miz from behind takes out Shane McMahon. Crowd goes crazy.
Shane did it at WrestleMania. He's touring us.
Are they going to continue this on Raw now?
Beat him fair and square.
Shane coming back, retaliating, drives Miz into the ring post. Nice kick to the midsection. Punches being thrown now. I guess Miz is the first superstar that is
Superstar.
switching brands during the Superstar Shakeup here this evening.
He's now part of Monday Night Raw.
Michael Cole announces Miz is now a part of Monday Night Raw. Miz with a steel chair now. Couple shots to the back of Shane.
This isn't a false count anywhere match. This isn't even a match. This is a sneak attack.
Miz bleeding really, really bad. Miz bleeding from the top of his forehead. So the Superstar Shakeup is underway. Miz. Mike the Miz Mizanin is on Monday Night Raw once again. They advertised Becky Lynch versus Ruby Riott later on tonight on Monday Night Raw. Interesting way to kick off Raw. I didn't think Miz would go to Raw. I thought he was going to stay on SmackDown on the Blue brand, but get him in the Universal title picture. WrestleMania flashback now from last Sunday night, 8 days ago. Brock Lesnar, he defended his Universal Championship versus the Beast Slayer, Seth frickin' Rollins. Before Rollins burned Suplex City down and captured his first ever Universal Championship. Defeated the Beast at WrestleMania. They're just showing some highlights from that match right now. As Monday Night Raw is officially underway, the Superstar Shakeup just started. The Miz is on Raw. So big move to get things started. Chat, questions, and comments. Greatly appreciate it, guys. Be sure to share this on social media. Like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18, and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and right here on Periscope. Follow me over on Twitter and right here on Periscope at Cool Hand Luke 96. There is Seth frickin' Rollins winning the Universal Championship. So how's everyone doing tonight? Thanks for tuning in and watching. Six-man tag team match tonight. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, along with a mystery partner, along with versus Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley. So this would be the Shield versus the heel tag team of Corbin, McIntyre, and Lashley. Ricochet. Here comes the one and only Ricochet. Could have a tag team match coming up next with Aleister Black. Or he might have a singles match. Ricochet might officially now be on Raw as well, too. We'll have to find out and see. But here comes the one and only King Ricochet. Get back to the six-man tag match here in a second. Following contest is a 8-man tag team match on Monday Night Raw. Ricochet in the ring. The one and only Ricochet. About a year ago now, I saw him for the first time live at a NXT house show. Videos from that and other WWE events I have attended are over on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel. So go to YouTube, search Gridiron Ring, hit that subscribe button, and go to the Wrestling MMA playlist and go check out those videos. Now here comes the Dutch Destroyer, Aleister Black. 8-man tag coming up on Raw. 6-man tag will more than likely be the main event. There's Aleister. Getting propelled up. Looks like Ricochet and Aleister are going to be on Raw, unless they come out tomorrow night on SmackDown. We might see a couple superstars on both brands once again this week. Okay, Aleister Black and Ricochet will tag with the Raw Tag Team Champions of Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder versus, at this point in time, two unknown tag teams, an 8-man tag. Coming up next on Monday Night Raw, they go to commercial break, but they did advertise Becky Lynch versus Ruby Riott, and then also a 6-man tag. Like I said, more than likely probably going to be the main event with the Shield minus Dean Ambrose. It's Seth frickin' Rollins, the current Universal Champion, alongside Roman Reigns and a mystery partner versus the heel tag team of Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley. That gets the feuds with Rollins and McIntyre going, Reigns and Corbin, and then potentially the mystery partner with Bobby Lashley. Now, who the mystery partner might be, I don't know. It might be somebody returning, maybe somebody from SmackDown coming over. I'll I'll start to think about it and let you guys know my thoughts and opinions on that as the night goes on. But commercial break right now on Monday Night Raw. So once again, guys, thanks for tuning in and watching. Like, follow, and subscribe on social media to Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18, and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96. Share this live reaction stream on social media. Hit the like, and the super heart button. And then if you have chat questions and comments, be sure to drop those in the comment section below. So, I mean, Corbin, he's in that 6-man tag along with Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre versus Rollins and Reigns and a mystery partner. It could be Bobby Roode. I highly doubt it. He's in a tag team right now with Chad Gable. They could go to SmackDown Live tomorrow night. I think they should split them up, though. Have them be regular singles competitors on the main roster. Maybe Chad Gable to 205 Live. Maybe Bobby Roode as a singles superstar getting in a maybe a mid-card championship feud with somebody. You know, that'd be right now. Samoa Joe for the U.S. title. Finn Balor for the Intercontinental title. Maybe bring in James Storm finally. Reform Beer Money for the first time in WWE. Mystery partner might be Braun Strowman. Strowman might be the Shield partner for this evening. Maybe Bray Wyatt as well. Maybe Bray along with Rollins and Reigns. Highly doubt it's going to be Brock Lesnar. Hopefully it's not Dolph Ziggler. I think that would be somewhat disappointing. Ziggler, he could return though. We'll have to find out and see. Who else we got here on Monday Night Raw? Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens maybe, since they're in Montreal. Might be somebody from SmackDown though, to be honest with you. Maybe Daniel Bryan, if they're going to have him be done. They actually advertised the Shield's final chapter this upcoming Sunday at 9:30 p.m. only on the WWE Network. It's going to be a video of the entire house show match that the Shield had for the last time a couple weeks ago. So 8-man tag coming up on Raw. Here come the Revival. They're still on Raw for the time being. I thought they'd be going to SmackDown Live, and they very well still could. We'll have to find out tomorrow night. Might be Daniel Bryan with the Shield. Wouldn't mind Samoa Joe, because I think the mid-card titles are going to be switching hands, but he is currently out of action with an illness, will not be on Raw this evening. Now, here come the War Raiders, the current NXT Tag Team Champions. The War Raiders are getting called up, it looks like. The War Raiders, the Viking Experience is what they're calling them up on the main roster. So obviously Vince didn't like the War Raiders name. The Viking Experience of Hanson and Rowe on Monday Night Raw. Looks like they're on Monday Night Raw now. Looks like they're getting called up during the Superstar Shakeup here this evening. They're the current NXT Tag Team Champions, so a little bit surprising there, but they're going to tag with the Revival versus Aleister Black and Ricochet and Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. We're in for a good 8-man tag to kick off Raw. They defeated Aleister Black and Ricochet at NXT TakeOver New York last Friday night. Almost 2 weeks ago now. Hanson and Rowe. This is big. Somewhat shocked about this. Big move. Big call-up. NXT chants are right. Keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys. We'll get to those here in a second. Kurt Hawkins going to start things off versus Scott Dawson of the Revival in this 8-man tag.
Such a miracle to see that. It's just in the shadows of New York City for both those men.
I think Daniel Bryan could be the mystery partner for the Shield. I think it might be The Miz, though, too, because he's on Raw now. Maybe Randy Orton if they bring him over as well. Ryder with a cover on Dawson, cover 1, kick out. Maybe Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm trying to think of somebody from NXT that they could bring up. So if they just brought up the War Raiders, they're now calling them the Viking Experience. That leaves the door open for anybody basically from NXT to call up, I think. Maybe Adam Cole, maybe the Undisputed Era. I don't think they do that though. Maybe Matt Riddle. We'll see. Joe wouldn't be bad, but like I was saying, he's currently out of action with an illness. Won't be on Raw tonight. However, I do think the mid-card titles will be switching brands. I think Joe's going to go to Raw with the U.S. Championship, and then Finn Balor's going to go to SmackDown with the Intercontinental Championship. And War Raiders are now legal after the Revival make a tag. Aleister Black working as well. So wrestlers from everywhere are here. Everywhere in the WWE. Yes, Stephanie McMahon and Shane McMahon kicked off Raw. Then The Miz came out and tapped the Best in the World Shane O'Mac. She stated that everyone is eligible for this year's WWE Superstar Shakeup. We've already seen it with The Miz come over to Raw now full time. The Viking Experience, the War Raiders, War Machine, Hanson and Rowe are now also Monday Night Raw. At least for now, it looks like. So that's basically all. This is the first match here this evening, an 8-man tag. Aleister Black and Ricochet. Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. Ricochet with a cover. 1-2 kick out. Versus the Revival. Dawson and what's his name? Dash Wilder. And the Viking Experience of the War Raiders, War Machine. Becky Lynch versus Ruby Riott also tonight, and then a 6-man tag. The Shield minus Ambrose. There's a mystery partner there versus the heel tag team of McIntyre, Corbin, and Lashley later on tonight. Viking Experience, War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe. They have Aleister up on their shoulders. Here comes Ricochet. Drop kick takes them out. Now the Revival going after the Raw Tag Team Champions. Kicks from Aleister and Ricochet to the Revival. They take out War Raiders. Now as they go to commercial break, Aleister, Ricochet, and the Raw Tag Champs, Hawkins and Ryder, stand tall in the middle of the ring to go to commercial. So somewhat surprised, like I said, that War Raiders on Raw. We'll have to see if they stay on Raw. They've had NXT champions up on the main roster before. I said that last week in my thoughts and opinions following WrestleMania 35 video, along with my Superstar Shakeup predictions. So hopefully you guys check that out over on YouTube. So I said I wouldn't be surprised, if, an NXT champion got called up, but I didn't think it was going to be the War Raiders. Now the Viking Experience, which has a nice ring to it as well. I don't really mind that. So we'll have to see if they stay on Raw or they're going to be on both Raw and SmackDown with how Aleister and Ricochet have been lately since their call-up, or if they're just going to go down to NXT after tonight. Keep them up on the main roster, though. Get them out on the road. Now, house shows for the main roster on weekends, I don't know if they'll have them do those just yet, but future's bright for the tag team division and all of WWE, that's for damn sure. So keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys. Greatly appreciated. Did you hear about Nia and Sasha? Yeah, Nia is going to be out of action for at least probably 9 months, maybe up to a year. She's getting double knee surgery. She blew both her ACLs. So, yeah, she'll be out of action. And then Sasha, yeah, her and Bayley, I guess, threw a hissy fit because they were dropping the titles last week at WrestleMania. So, that is what it is, too. I mean, I really wouldn't miss all three of them. So, like I said, it is what it is. We'll see what happens.
I live on a ranch in Texas. I wear a cloth knee bag as a result of a pretty bad injury. When Liberator Medical said, why don't you sample out...
Thank you guys for the likes and the super likes. Follow me right here on Periscope as well, and over on Twitter, CoolHandLuke96, if you haven't done so already. Share this. Possibility for Sasha to All Elite Wrestling AEW. Yeah, potentially, maybe. We'll see. I mean, I don't know how she would do there. I mean, her and Bayley and Nia, in my opinion, they're all overrated. I mean, you can say what you want about it, but in my opinion, and everybody has their own opinion, I totally get it. They all have their own opinion. Or everybody has their own opinion, excuse me. So, if she goes to AEW, she goes to AEW. They might give her a push at that point in time. I don't know. Same thing with Bayley. I mean, they might come out tonight on Raw. They might be on SmackDown tomorrow night. What I think they should do, as I'm going to have to try those new Pop-Tart Bites. I think what they should do this year with the Superstar Shake-Up is do something they've never done before. And that is have superstars, and I get, okay, money will come into play as well as we come back to the action from the commercial break. The War Raiders, they make a tag, working one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions. That is Kurt Hawkins. And that is, have some guys from the main roster go down to NXT full time and get their career back on track. Have them feud with some of the younger talent. Maybe some guys will go over to NXT UK. Maybe some superstars from NXT UK will come over to the States as well. I think Pete Dunne would be the only one. If they did do that, there was some big news, breaking news earlier today as well. There's going to be a rematch for the NXT United Kingdom Championship this upcoming weekend, I believe it was, at a NXT UK taping. Pete Dunne trying to get his United Kingdom Championship back versus the ring general, Walter. Another cover, another kick out. Wait, what's the backstory on why you don't show the actual show? Copyright. Due to copyright, I can't show the actual show, so I'm sorry about that. Popeyes sounds good right about now as well. Yes, it does. I can agree with you on that. So, I mean, I really don't know how AEW's going to be, how it's going to go. I mean, I know they got Double or Nothing coming up at the end of next month. Saturday before Memorial Day. 2 days before Memorial Day. Nice shoulder tackle to Kurt Hawkins. Another tag. Here comes Dash Wilder. Dash Wilder of the Revival. Some kicks to Kurt Hawkins. What was I saying? Revival make a tag. Scott Dawson's legal. He throws Wilder on Hawkins' cover. 1-2 kick out by Hawkins. What was I saying? I don't even remember. Oh, with AEW, with WWE Chronicle, Roman Reigns Part 2 on the WWE Network, if you haven't seen it. It'll be on, I believe, tonight after Raw. I believe Part 1 was last night. Wilder's now legal once again. Cover on Hawkins. 1-2 kick out John Cone, the official referee for this match. I don't know how AEW is going to be. Hopefully it's going to be great. You know, competition's always good. And with the way the wrestling business is today, it makes it even better. With them potentially getting a TV deal on Tuesday nights on either TBS or TNT. The reports are right now. I'd have to get a good look, you know, the first, say, couple weeks, a month or so, of their television, or even their pay-per-views for that matter, to see if they're going to need someone, say, like Sasha or Bayley, or even Dean Ambrose, or some other former or current WWE superstars that are not on contract right now, or their contract's going to be coming to an end very, very shortly. So, tag to Scott Dawson. Dawson in versus Hawkins. Missed with the clothesline. Hawkins tags in Zack Ryder. Ryder takes out Dawson. Throws him in the corner. Zack Ryder, corner to corner. Dawson reverses. Double knee. Ryder up top. Drop kick on Dash Wilder. I just hope it brings something new to the wrestling scene, or something old like WWE. You talking about AEW All Elite Wrestling? Yeah, I agree with you on that as well. I just want it to be refreshing, yes. I understand what you're saying, yes. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching. 8-man tag going on right now on Monday Night Raw. Superstar Shakeup is underway. The War Raiders are on Raw. Miz is on Raw. 8-man tag. And Scott Dawson makes a tag. The Viking Experience. Ryder takes out. Cover 1, 2. Wilder breaks it up. Running knee from Aleister Black. Dawson takes out Black. Here comes Ricochet. Well, it's an 8-man tag. That's why. They're going to go home here very, very shortly, though. Double knee from the apron. Aleister Black on, I missed who it was. Ricochet with a moonsault on Scott Dawson. Totally missed, it looks like. Clothesline from the Viking Experience on Hawkins. The War Raiders, they changed up their name. It's the Viking Experience now. They throw Hawkins over the top rope to take out Aleister and Ricochet. Zack Ryder in the match. War Raiders make a tag. Going up top. Cover 1, 2, 3. The War Raiders, War Machine, the new Viking Experience on WWE Monday Night Raw, along with the Revival, Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson, defeat the Raw Tag Team Champions, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, and Aleister Black and Ricochet to kick off Raw. First match on Raw this evening. Had an opening segment with Stephanie and Shane. Then The Miz came out and attacked Shane. Miz is on Raw. Viking Experience also on Raw right now, too. The 6-man tag will be later tonight, more than likely in the main event. Rollins and Reigns and a mystery partner versus McIntyre, Corbin, and Lashley. Becky Lynch also versus Ruby Riott. And that's all that's happened or been announced so far on Raw this evening. So hopefully we'll have some more shakeups. I still think the Revival are going to go to SmackDown. I do. I think War Raiders, the Viking Experience, they could be on both Raw and SmackDown too, just like Aleister and Ricochet were for a while. So we'll see what happens. I like how they gave them the generic WWE 2K19 entrance music. Who? The War Raiders? That's their actual theme music. It also affects 205 Live. We might have some guys from 205 Live come to the main roster full-time like Mustafa Ali did. Might have some guys from the main roster go to 205 Live to try to rejuvenate their career as well. No, that was War Raiders, War Machine. That was their actual theme music from NXT. That wasn't a generic. Now, the video package, might have been a little different. I really wasn't paying attention. Because, like I said, I was a little bit shocked that they're on Raw here this evening. Cedric Alexander coming to Raw. Cedric Alexander will be on Monday Night Raw. That's big. He's a former Cruiserweight champion.
It's a way of life. The age of Alexander is coming to Monday nights. I cannot wait to see.
Here comes the Intercontinental Champion, Finn Balor. I still think he's going to go to SmackDown. I think Joe's going to go to Raw, but it won't be tonight because he's currently out with an illness. He's sick with the flu. Blue Balor. He's Intercontinental Champion. So yeah, they might have had a different video package for the Viking experience, but, you know, like I said, I really wasn't paying attention, so they'll get it right eventually if they're going to keep them up on the main roster full time, which I think they will because, hell, they changed up their tag team name for God's sake, so they'll get it right eventually within the next couple weeks. I guess they had some travel issues getting to Montreal. Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor will have a match up next on Raw. Titles do change hands in the Superstar Shakeup. We're going to have an Intercontinental Championship match. Okay. Somebody is making their WWE Monday Night Raw debut next versus Finn Balor. A mystery opponent that the McMahon family has chosen firsthand. Who could that be? That's a good question. Who could that be? Finn Balor versus somebody the McMahons chose up next on Raw. Alexander versus Ricochet at some point. Send it. That'd be one hell of a match. Finn, the blue pill, Balor. You think it's going to be Orton versus Balor right now? Who's been drafted? Well, it's not the actual WWE draft like they had back in the day, but I get what you're saying. Wouldn't it be a bad choice for Orton? No, I agree with you. Technically, it's a Superstar Shakeup. They're just shaking things up, but I get what you're saying. I say the same thing every once in a while, too. So, all that's happened, The Miz came out on Raw. He's on Raw now. And then the Viking Experience, the War Raiders, War Machine, hands in a row, the current NXT Tag Team Champions, are on Monday Night Raw. They just won an 8-man tag with the Revival over Hawkins and Ryder, the Raw Tag Team Champions at the moment, and Aleister Black and Ricochet. So basically that's it. Because Miz came out and attacked Shane. Shane and Steph kicked things off. Miz came out and attacked him. He's on Raw now full time. They advertised Becky Lynch versus Ruby Riott, 6-man tag, Rollins and Reigns and a mystery partner versus McIntyre, Lashley, and Corbin for later on, more than likely in the main event. And then the 8-man tag just took place. That the Viking Experience, the War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe, along with the Revival, defeated the Raw Tag Team Champs of Hawkins and Ryder, and then Aleister Black and Ricochet as well. So that's all that's happened so far. It's only 8:40 here on the East Coast right now, so still about another two and a half hours of Monday Night Raw here this evening, and then the Superstar Shakeup will continue tomorrow night on SmackDown Live. And Shane is actually on SmackDown, but he's part of the Authority McMahon family, so he can be on all brands. So he kicked things off along with his sister Stephanie here tonight on Monday Night Raw. So no, the War Raiders, War Machine, the Viking Experience, they changed their name up. They are not the new Raw Tag Team Champions now. It was just a regular 8-man tag, and they ended up winning. They pinned Hawkins, or pinned Ryder, one of the two of them. So, I mean, that's good for them. That gives them, a credit that they can hold on to, if they won a Raw Tag Team Championship match somewhere in the future. So, which I wouldn't be surprised if they get. But I'm still a little shocked that they're on Raw. But it's a Superstar Shakeup. Anything can happen. Up next, Finn Balor versus a mystery partner. Someone that has been chosen firsthand by the McMahon family and is making their Monday Night Raw debut. So I don't think it'd be Orton, because Orton's been on Raw before. But he's been on SmackDown for a while, though, too. Come back from commercial, we'll have to see who Finn Balor is going to face. And then a mystery partner with Reigns and Rollins tonight, because Ambrose is gone. No more Shield versus McIntyre, Corbin, and Lashley. I'll get back to these chat questions and comments here in a second. Keep those coming. Who's going to face Finn Balor? Too sweet. Whoop, whoop. Too sweet. Whoop, whoop. El Idolo. Andrade Cien Almas. Andrade going to be on Monday Night Raw now versus Finn Balor. Some big moves so far. There's Zelina Vega as well, the wife of Aleister Black. Andrade currently dating Charlotte Flair as well, if you guys didn't know. Andrade, a former NXT champion, going up against another former NXT champion, the current Intercontinental champion. Fertile Devitt, the Demon, Finn Balor. However, I don't know if it's going to be through the Intercontinental Championship. They did not say that. But they did say championships will be on the line during the Superstar Shakeup, so we'll see. Zelina Vega. Andrade is her business associate.
And you are the great Finn Balor. Yeah. Raw's extraordinary man who can do extraordinary things.
Finn Balor is Raw's extraordinary man who can do extraordinary things.
His many talents. And has done some pretty extraordinary things himself. As a matter of fact, one of Andrade's many talents is that he is a multilinguist. Yeah. And Finn, I'm not sure if you know this, but here in Montreal, English is a second language. But fear not. Andrade will address the WWE Universe in their native.
Andrade going to address the Montreal crowd in French Canadian.
Mesdames et messieurs,
I don't understand a damn word they're saying, so I can't relay the message to you.
That is amazing.
they nailed it.
Espero que todos escuchen lo que te voy a decir. I think that's
Brock is going to be gone. He's preparing for a fight, for what I heard. Yeah, Brock Lesnar is more than likely going to be gone for a while. He will probably end up wrestling, though, at the next Saudi Arabia show on June the 7th. We'll see. Mystery, who is it? It's Andrade. He could drop the title and then go to SmackDown if they keep the IC title on Raw and then the US title on SmackDown. Now, unfortunately, it's not Lars Sullivan. Lars is established as a heel right now, though. Yes, that is correct. Andrade is on Raw. Zelina, I'd say, is at least a 9.5 out of 10 instead of a 9 out of 10. But bell rings, match underway. Finn Balor and Andrade. Intercontinental Championship, the IC title is not on the line, so good thing you took French class, LOL. Yeah, unfortunately, I did not, so I don't understand a damn word they're saying. So Kevin Owens, if you're out there listening, I guess I could learn some French. Running knee in the corner, Andrade to Finn Balor, cover one, kick out by the Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, Aleister Black is a lucky man, that's for sure. 9.5 out of 10, at least for sure. Maybe a 10 out of 10 to some people. Is Andrade really making his Raw debut? He's never wrestled on Raw before? That's hard to believe. I thought he was on Raw before, maybe in the past. He's always been on SmackDown, though, too, since he got called up, so. Drop kick after a reversal on the roll-up. Finn Balor to Andrade.
soon to be turned into the screens of the WWE Universe. The guy is sensational.
And Balor caught him with a back elbow. Andrade, who known for his high-flying ability, but extremely technical as well. Balor with a beautiful drop kick right on the button.
Zelina doesn't look like she liked that very
Balor with another drop kick takes out Andrade. Zelina Vega ringside. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and watching. All they said was ladies and gentlemen and thank you. Then they started talking in Spanish. Wow. DDT from Balor to Andrade. Match continues. Still trying to think who is going to be the mystery partner later tonight. It could be Lars with Rollins and Reigns versus the heels, but highly doubt because Lars is a heel. Go to commercial break. I think it's going to be Daniel Bryan or somebody big returning.
Creamy Snickers. You could use a little smoothness. Get smooth with the fresh ground nut butters and new creamy Snickers.
I've been vaping, but it's safer than smoking.
Maybe Johnny Gargano, current NXT champion. Maybe Matt Riddle, like I said. Let's see. Maybe Pete Dunne. Bring in Pete Dunne from NXT UK. Some unassigned guys. You got Heavy Machinery and EC3 basically, and Lars, along with the Undertaker. But we all know, him and Kane are going to be wrestling in the main event on Raw tonight. So, yeah, maybe Bray. I said that earlier. Could be Bray. I think what's going to happen with Bray, if they were smart about it, you get him and Lars Sullivan in a feud, because it gets Bray back in the fold and it gets Lars off to the right start. Gets him, especially with everything that has happened with him, with his anxiety attack he had when they were originally going to call him up a couple months ago. Get him off to the right foot and get his main roster career started the way it should as a heel, because it looks like he's just going to be taking people out left and right for the foreseeable future. So could be Bray. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, who you think it's going to be, and what you guys thought of WrestleMania weekend last weekend and the Raw and SmackDown after Mania, along with what has happened so far this evening on WWE Monday Night Raw. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. If you are, a little like, and super heart button. Share this as well on social media. Follow me right here on Periscope and over on Twitter, CoolHandLuke96. Like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring 18 and myself, CoolHandLuke96, on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and right here on Periscope. I will be live tomorrow night as well for SmackDown Live, as the Superstar Shakeup will continue. And then at this point in time as well, I'm debating for next Monday night and Tuesday for Raw and SmackDown once again, before I am back live next Thursday night right here on Periscope for the first round of the 2019 NFL Draft. Back from commercial, Andrade in control of Finn Balor. I thought Raw and SmackDown last week, they were good. They played it safe, but it could have been better. Yes, I agree with you. That's the thing with the Superstar Shakeup here now tonight and tomorrow. Maybe, with the big returns that normally happen after WrestleMania, maybe they didn't happen last week because they have something planned for tonight. However, they did have The Undertaker come out last week on Raw, so that's still pretty big in their eyes. So I get that. Drop kick in the corner from Finn Balor to Andrade.
Manipulation.
Somebody's bleeding. The ref has some gloves on. I think it's Andrade who's bleeding, to be honest with you. But hopefully they have something really, really big planned. I mean, hell, The Miz is on Raw now. That's somewhat big. Because The Miz is an A-lister. And then the Viking Experience, War Machine, War Raiders, they're on Raw now as well. So Balor went for a kick to the side of the head. Andrade stopped him. Balor injured his knee a little bit, it looks like, in this match too. Andrade went for a DDT. Balor reversed it for an elbow cover, 1-2 kick out.
Looking a little nervous at the moment. Keep her composure. Continue shouting instructions and advice to Andrade. And she will apply with expertise.
Is the shouting helpful?
Of course it is, Renee.
Sling blade from Balor to Andrade. Balor in the corner now. Andrade caddy corner. In the other corner, Balor going to go for a... Now, here comes Andrade. Kick to the back of Balor. Cover 1-2 kick out by the Intercontinental Champion. I think there's going to be progress with Elias. Not a big push, but interact with him more. Well, he should have got an Intercontinental Championship match last year. He didn't. He's one of the most underrated superstars that they have. They should give him a push, whether it's for a mid-card title or not. They should give him a push, but the thing is, he's on... Wow. Balor rolled out of the way, and then Andrade went for it again. Hit a knee. Balor just drove Andrade in the corner. Balor going up now for a coup de grace. Here comes Andrade, takes him down. Thing is with Elias, he's on TV week in and week out. So he's getting TV time. Whether it's good or not, I think people like him. Balor with a kick to the side of the head. Balor going up top once again for a coup de grace. Andrade moves out of the way. Kick misses. Andrade with an elbow. Balor rolls up Andrade though. Cover 1-2 kick out. Balor clothesline to Andrade. That's a botch. Andrade didn't go over the entire way. Balor then threw him over. Balor going to go flying, it looks like, over the top rope. Here comes Zelina Vega. She gets in the way. Balor's going to jump over her, it looks like. Yeah, she ducks. He jumps over the top rope, takes out Andrade. She's at a loss of words. Balor rolls Andrade back in the ring. Here comes Zelina. Takes out Balor ringside. Andrade now realizes Balor's out. Grabs him, throws him in the ring. Here comes Andrade. Andrade with a... No. What? Thought he was going to go for a cover there. Nice DDT from Andrade on Balor. Cover 1-2-3. Andrade pins the current Intercontinental Champion, Finn Balor. Big win for him. Showing some highlights on the replay here from this match that just took place. The newly acquired Superstars 2 Monday Night Raw, looking good so far. Miz taking out Shane. War Raiders, the Viking Experience, winning the 8-man tag. And Andrade now just pinning the Intercontinental Champion, Finn Balor. Cedric Alexander also going to be coming to Monday Night Raw.
Ladies and gentlemen, WrestleMania 8 nights away in front of a record crowd of over 80,000 people at MetLife.
WrestleMania is 8 nights away, Michael Cole. WrestleMania was 8 nights ago. I don't know, another WrestleMania is coming up in 8 days, but alright. If you guys want to go back to MetLife and fill it again with 80,000 plus, that's fine by me. Last Sunday, 8 days ago at WrestleMania 35, Elias had his concert, 3-man band, before the doctor of Thugonomics himself, the Doctor, John Cena, came out, hit a 5-knuckle shuffle, and then an FU on the Drifter. Showing some still pictures from that. Last Monday, then, they're showing highlights from last week on Raw. Elias, and then The Undertaker, the Dead Man, the Phenom, came out. Choke slammed him straight to hell. And then Tombstone pile drived them as well. Elias segment will probably be coming up next on Raw, I bet. And then they might have somebody from SmackDown come over, maybe from maybe someone from NXT or NXT UK come up to a 5 Live, maybe a returner. We'll see. Maybe The Undertaker again. Highly doubt that, but we'll see. He said, "You're gonna get out of my way or get hit." It was a good debut for Andrade. They did go the distance. It was a good match. That was at least a 12-minute match, I'd say, with the commercial. Yeah, it was probably at least a 10, 12-minute match. We will walk with Elias next on Monday Night Raw. As we hear him strum his guitar, they get a commercial break. So Elias will be next to kick off the 9 o'clock hour of the WWE Walk with Elias Monday Night Raw here tonight. Well, we'll see what happens. Who could come out to Elias this week? Start with Raw, Superstars. Hopefully it's not Apollo Crews. Maybe Bobby Roode, I wouldn't mind that. Maybe Bray Wyatt. Maybe Bray is going to be partnered with The Undertaker now. Maybe Ziggler, Dolph Ziggler. I really wouldn't want that though either. Jinder, I wouldn't mind Jinder. Hopefully it's not No Way Jose like it was about a month ago now at the Raw that I attended in the Steel City. Videos from that and the SmackDown Live that I attended the week before are over on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel, so be sure to go check those out. Maybe Titus O'Neil, we'll see. Somebody from SmackDown, though, that could come over. Maybe the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, comes out to Elias. Maybe Daniel Bryan. Maybe Luke Harper or Eric Rowan. Wouldn't mind Harper. That wouldn't be a bad feud. Maybe R-Truth with Carmella, 7-second dance break, interrupting Elias' concert. Maybe Randy Orton as well, or Shinsuke or Rusev. There's a lot of options. A lot of options, that's for sure. So keep those chat questions and comments coming. Best catchphrase of the past 2 years in all of WWE? That's a good question. That's a tough question, though. I got to think about that. So bear with me. I wonder who's going to come out now with Elias. Yeah, that's what I was just going over. I honestly don't know. I don't. As they're at a commercial break, so hopefully that'll be. Hopefully Raw will be coming back here shortly, and we'll find out. Best catchphrase of the past 2 years. That's a good question. A very good question. What's yours? They show some pictures of the city of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Might be Kevin Owens, maybe Sami Zayn. Yeah, what's your favorite catchphrase of the past 2 years? That's a good question. I can't think. You give me some time to think there. Back to Raw, though, with ladies and gentlemen, Elias as the Drifter is in the ring. Hello, I am Elias. Superstar shakeup. Dun 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 dun. He's playing The Undertaker's music. That's awesome.
And my music is so powerful that it brought the doctor of thugonomics, John Cena, back to ruin my WrestleMania for the second year in a row. My music is so powerful that it had the dead man rise from his grave. And you gotta ask yourself why. Why are these legends interrupting this?
It's going to be a legend, probably, because they had Cena and then The Undertaker. Punk, maybe? Nah. Undertaker chance. I think it's going to be a legend now that he's brought up Cena and The Undertaker within the past week. Elias says he will be ready for The Undertaker next time. Maybe it's going to be The Undertaker. I think they're going to have a match somewhere down the line. Rumors were maybe at the next Saudi Arabia show. WWE stands for Walk with Elias. He's going to have a shot thrown towards the Montreal Canadiens, probably. Yep, there it is. Canadians did not make the playoffs. Stanley Cup playoffs going on right now, so I knew that was coming once he said the Bell Center, because that's where they're at in Montreal, home of the Montreal Canadiens. Now he's getting booed. That's not as loud as the boo was in Seattle, Washington about the Supersonics last October, but still a pretty strong boo from the Montreal crowd. They just bring up the Seattle incident. Elias says he has a special song for this evening. He might not be able to even talk. He says if anyone interrupts him, they're not going to be able to show their face again. Elias says this could be the last time ever that he performs on Monday Night Raw. 619, it's Rey Mysterio. The little big man, Rey Mysterio. Hopefully he's healthy. Rey Mysterio back on Raw for the first time in God knows how long. Rey Mysterio comes out and interrupts Elias. Elias goes after Rey. Rey rolls in the ring. Rey now with a kick. Some punches to Elias. Elias throws Rey out of the ring. He's on the ring apron now. 619 chance. Nice kick from Rey to Elias. Rey up top on the top rope. That's a botch. He slipped on the top rope. Takes out Elias. Now a drop kick underneath the second rope from Rey to Elias. Elias moves out of the way though, so Elias does not get 619 here this evening on Monday Night Raw. Rey in the ring though on Monday Night Raw. Rey chant says, Rey Mysterio's music plays to end this segment. He stands tall up in the corner. Now here comes Lars Sullivan. Lars going to take out Rey, it looks like. Oh my God, says Michael Cole. Michael Cole, you might want to look out. Lars might be taking you out in the next couple weeks. I think Pat McAfee would love that. Lars took out Kurt Angle last week on Raw, took out the Hardy Boys on SmackDown after they won the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. Lars Sullivan staring down Rey Mysterio. Rey telling him to bring it on. Drop kick to Lars. Lars throws Rey in the corner. Rey moves out of the way. Kick to Lars. Now a right hand. Kick to the head. Another kick to the head. Alright, Lars going to pick up Rey over the top rope. Rey with a knee. Not really doing a whole lot. Lars picks up Rey. Power slam coming, it looks like. No, Mysterio gets out of that as well. Nice chop block to the left knee. Lars picks up Rey once again. Now a slam to Rey Mysterio. Lars Sullivan takes out another iconic legend in the WWE. Lars is going to pick up Rey once again. Pick him up by the side of his head. Lars now powerbomb. Running powerbomb from Lars Sullivan to Rey Mysterio. Just as I thought after last week when he took out Angle. As Lars' music plays, he will be taking out legends, it looks like, on both Raw and SmackDown for weeks to come. Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio, 2 weeks in a row on Raw, and the Hardy Boys last week on SmackDown. We'll have to see if he does something tomorrow to maybe a newly acquired SmackDown superstar or somebody who's been on the Blue Brand for quite a while. We'll have to find out and see come tomorrow night. I will be live right here on Periscope tomorrow night for SmackDown Live as well for the Superstar Shakeup, so be sure to tune in. Lars stands tall, Rey's in the middle of the ring as Lars walks away. 6-man tag. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and a mystery partner. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Versus Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley later on tonight on Raw. Becky Lynch versus Ruby Riott as well. Regular singles match. Unless they have Becky put one of the titles on the line and then have Ruby either stay on Raw, she's the Raw Women's Champion, or have her go to SmackDown if she wins the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Now a WWE promo crafted by history, forged by desire, a championship promo, inspired by millions. Feel like a champion. It's a WWE shop commercial is what it is. I believe championship belts were either 20 or 25% off. Tonight only, save 30% off orders and 20% off championship titles. So head over to WWEshop.com. Commercial break. Don't know what's going to happen next. So keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys. I'll get to the ones just rolled on through here now. Best catchphrase the last 2 years. I'm still thinking. Give me a second on that. If I don't get back to you by the end of the evening, be sure to hit me up on social media at CoolHandLuke96 over on Twitter, and I'll get back to you then. If I don't before the end of the night, I'll try to. So it was Rey Mysterio who interrupted Elias, and then Lars Sullivan took out Rey. That Supersonics heat was legendary. That was awesome. Yeah, I remember watching that. Lars is coming after the veterans. Veterans in the WWE, that is. So what do I see in the future for Lars? I think they're just going to continue doing what they're doing right now with him. I said this last week during Raw, when I was live right here on Periscope doing live reactions, and then the same thing happened on SmackDown. I think they're just going to have him continue to take out legends. They had him take out Angle, and then the Hardys last week, and then Rey Mysterio tonight. Who's it going to be tomorrow night? I don't know, but they'll figure something out. They'll have him look as strong as they possibly can, and then have him potentially, in my opinion, get in a championship feud somewhere down the line. I think he'll get in a feud with Bray Wyatt, though, to start off, because it gets Bray back in the fold and it gets Lars off to the right start. So, yeah, Lars might be the new legend killer. Maybe have Lars versus Randy Orton. Maybe that's what it's going to lead to. Maybe they're going to have Orton come back as a legend killer. And then Lars takes him out. Randy puts him over. I wouldn't mind that. Get a lot of heat on Lars, that's for sure, but that's what they want. They want him to look as strong as possible, be one of the best heels that they could potentially have. But they got a couple good heels right now with Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. I'm trying to think who else. Good heel. Look at the list of superstars once again here on who could potentially get brought in during the Superstar Shakeup here tonight, tomorrow night, and then also try to figure out, in my opinion, the best catchphrase the last 2 years, and then who they could, have Lars go up against, in the weeks to come, and try to figure out the other great heels that the company has at this point in time as well. I mean, Lesnar's a good heel. There's a lot of people that don't like him. Elias is a great heel too, whether you see it or not. Leo Rush, good hype man, the man of the hour himself. Rollins can be a good heel, but he's a great face as well. Alexa Bliss. Nia Jax is a good heel. She's going to be out of action though for a while. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable in the ring. Roode and Gable tag team match coming up next. Who are they going to face? Maybe The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. They're great heels as well. Or maybe the Usos. I think the Usos and the Revival are going to be switching. I did say that last week in my prediction video. I think it's going to be the Usos. I think the Usos to Raw and the Revival to SmackDown are locks. I do. Wouldn't be surprised if it's The Bar. They just spoiled it. They had the Usos graphic come up on the bottom right before Bobby Roode and Chad Gable started their promo. That's funny. That's hilarious. That's Botchamania written all over it. Did anybody else catch that? Did you guys see that if you're watching? Come on, production company, production team back in the trucks. You guys know better. It's going to be the Usos. Hell, they just showed their damn graphic, for God's sakes. Way to give it away. Way to give it away. Maybe it's the Bludgeon Brothers. No, it's going to be the Usos. They just literally spoiled it. The invitation is open. It's going to be the Usos. Come on. Usos. Vince has to be livid right now. He has to be so pissed off. Usos. Usos are once again on Monday Night Raw. Down since day one-ish. Down since day one-ish. Down since day one-ish. Now, this is where you put the graphic up at. Right now. As they're walking down the ramp towards the ring. They might not even put it up at all now since they already spoiled it. They actually dropped the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships last week to the Hardy Boys. That really put the final nail in the coffin, so to speak, in my opinion, for them to come to Raw. Same thing with the Revival losing on Raw last week, for them to go to SmackDown. Maybe Rude and Gable go to SmackDown. If the Usos win tonight, they will. They'll go over. You would think they'd go over. Thank you guys for the likes and the super likes. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Share this on social media as well. But with the Revival winning earlier, maybe they stay on Raw now. Another tag team match. We had an 8-man tag earlier. Regular tag team match now. 6-man tag in the main event tonight. WWE is going all out with tag team matches on WWE television within the past couple weeks, which is good. The tag team wrestling, in my opinion, has been good, better than what it's been in recent memory. So, Usos versus Bobby Roode and Chad Gable on Monday Night Raw. And once they spoiled the graphic, once they came down the ring then, they didn't even show the graphic. So, that's hilarious. That's funny. Yeah, Orton and Kevin Owens going to be working together as a tag team. Potentially, maybe. We'll see what happens tonight and then tomorrow night. And then maybe feuding with each other as well. So, yeah, thank you for reminding me about that. Talked about that last week in the YouTube video. Who's moved so far? Cedric Alexander, they announced, going to be coming to Raw sometime soon. Usos on Raw now as well. The Viking Experience, the current NXT Tag Team Champions, War Machine War Raiders, they're on Raw. The Miz. Who else? Am I missing anyone? Tags made. Usos take out Bobby Roode. You missed a lot. Yeah, that was a botch. It would be hilarious if the crowd would chant, "Bring the Usos." They might have cut it. They might have turned the audio down on that. I didn't hear anything though, so who do the Usos remind me of from any wrestler back in the day? Cedric Alexander from 205 Live, former Cruiserweight Champion. Yeah, he's coming to Monday Night Raw. Hopefully they don't do what they did in the past with 205 Live on Raw. Hopefully they don't have like an hour worth of matches. Hopefully they do. Hopefully they give Cedric Alexander, like the same type of push that they'd given Mustafa Ali over on SmackDown Live. So yeah, who's moved so far? Basically, that's all. From what I can remember. I should write these down. So you guys, when you ask, I'll be able to tell you. Well, Rey Mysterio came over. Lars Sullivan took him out then. Rey interrupted Elias. Match continues. Gable has Usos in a headlock. And then, who came out to Balor? Balor had a mystery partner. Balor faced off. Help me out, guys. Balor faced off versus Andrade. Andrade Cien Almas came over to Raw. So that's all that's happened so far. Miz, Viking Experience, the War Raiders, Andrade, the Usos, Cedric Alexander, mystery partner later on in the 6-man tag versus mystery partner with Rollins and Reigns versus Corbin, McIntyre, and Lashley. So, yeah, that's all that's happened. Gable and the Usos with the tag. Nice kick. Nice right hand now from the Usos to Chad Gable. Samoan drop. Who the Usos remind me of? Well, I mean, you could say they're Dad Rikishi. Tag team wise, though, cover 1, 2, kick out. Tag team, though, that's a tough one. There's so many great tag teams, and every one of them is different. I'm still trying to think of best catchphrase within the past 2 years. Bobby Roode, the glorious one, makes a tag. Maybe Rude's going to turn on Gable tonight. Maybe Gable goes to 205 Live. Then they bring back James Storm. Rude in a tag team with Storm of Beer Money. Would Rusev Day be a catchphrase? It's Rusev Day. Singing that, would that be a catchphrase? Because that was pretty big. That was pretty hot the past 2 years. That was pretty over with the entire WWE universe. Jey Uso is now legal. Kick to Gable. Super kick from Jimmy Uso now to Bobby Roode. Off the apron. Double super kick to Chad Gable. Jey is legal. Jey going to tag in his twin brother Jimmy. They are twin sons of Rikishi. Now both of them going up top. Double frog splash on Chad Gable cover. 1, 2, 3. The Usos win on Monday Night Raw. I would have to say Rusev Day if you consider that a catchphrase. I mean, New Day rocks, New Day sucks. When that was going on, that was pretty big. I know that's pushing over 2 years ago, but it's still going on. I mean, Walk with Elias, that's big, if you consider that a catchphrase. Highlights now from WrestleMania 35 last Sunday with Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. McIntyre should have won, but he didn't. Reigns ended up winning I believe it was about a 10-minute match. Now Reigns is facing off versus McIntyre in a 6-man tag alongside Seth frickin' Rollins, the new Universal Champion, and a mystery partner. Still unknown at this point. So it's Rollins and Reigns and a mystery partner versus McIntyre, Corbin, and Bobby Lashley later on tonight on Raw. So yeah, the Usos, they win on Raw. Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. Usos are now going to be going after the Raw Tag Team Championships, it looks like. And Roman Reigns, their cousin, defeated Drew McIntyre last week at WrestleMania. Six-man tag advertised once again. We'll find out that mystery partner in about an hour, I would say. Maybe hour 10, hour 15 minutes maybe, after all the entrances for the other 5 competitors in the 6-man tag. It could be AJ Styles. I think it's going to be Daniel Bryan, though. I do. Here comes the goddess, Alexa Bliss. Looks like we'll be having a moment of bliss up next on Monday Night Raw. Alexa looking as good as ever. Ooh, Sami Zayn gonna be on a moment of bliss next with hashtag Monday Night MILF Alexa Bliss. And then hopefully Mickie James will make an appearance too, but we'll see. Velveteen Dream, NXT North American Champion. Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan. I think it's going to be DB, to be honest with you. I do. But he's a heel. That's the thing, unless they turn him face. It could be Styles. Could be Orton. Could be Owens, though, just get a huge pop at the end. Because Sammy's going to be on a moment of bliss here. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Ms. and Mrs. commercial after an NXT commercial. NXT on the WWE Network every Wednesdays. They actually had the Worlds Collide tournament on last night. That took place WrestleMania weekend at Access. So now if you want to see Mike the Miz Mizanin, you got to watch both Raw and SmackDown. Or his show, Miz and Mrs. After SmackDown. Because he was on SmackDown before, and then Miz and Mrs. on right afterwards. But now he's on Raw. Looks like they're going to continue Miz and Shane on Raw for the time being. And then Miz and Mrs. on Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock. So we'll see what happens. I mean, with the Superstar Shake-Up, they're going to start building these feuds leading up to Money in the Bank. And then the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view is not really going to mean a whole lot. I mean, it might continue the feud a little bit match-wise, but after that, you're going to have Backlash, Extreme Rules, and then SummerSlam. So I'm sure they know some of the things that they're going to end up doing over the summer leading up to SummerSlam and then at SummerSlam, but really all depends, from our view at least, what they end up doing tonight and tomorrow night as we inch closer towards Money in the Bank next month, and then all the pay-per-views afterwards leading into the summer for SummerSlam middle of August this year. I believe it's a week earlier than what it normally is, up in Toronto. So Toronto, not that far from Montreal, where they're at tonight for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live tomorrow night. So keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys. Always greatly appreciated. Like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18, and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media. Braun should go to SmackDown. He's been dead on Raw since summer of last year. Yeah. I think if he goes to SmackDown, though, I mean, okay, if they keep Balor on Raw with the IC title, you keep Joe on SmackDown then with the U.S. title. They teased Braun and Joe last week. I get that then on SmackDown. That'd be good. But hopefully they don't screw Braun over. Give him a push that he deserves, whether it be as U.S. champion and then contend for the WWE Championship some point down the line as well. But they need, I'll get back into that here in a second, a moment of bliss with Alexa Bliss with special guest Sami Zayn, who's going to get one hell of a reaction.
Welcome to the Superstar Shake-Up edition of Moment of Bliss. Thank you. Now, with everything all up in the air, this may be my last night on Monday Night Raw.
Alexa says this might be my last night on Monday Night Raw.
I would love nothing more than to give you guys a proper goodbye in French. So my guest tonight is the perfect person to help me out with that. Please welcome Montreal's own Sami Zayn.
Whoa. 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 Let's go. Hopefully they give Braun a push on SmackDown if he does go to SmackDown, I'll say this. And hopefully they don't ruin him. I mean, they have given him pushes before, but he just can't stay healthy, it seems like. But I said last week, hopefully they do what they did with The Undertaker and The Big Show on the Blue Brand on SmackDown Live back in the day. And have him do the same thing. Have them do the same thing with Braun if he does, in fact, go to SmackDown. So they cut Sami's music. Then they start it back up. So the crowd's still singing along. Yeah. Both Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are from nearby Montreal, like within 20 minutes. So basically, yeah, they're back home. Hope he walks in, says forget this, and walks away. That'd be a good heel thing to do. Highly doubt it. He'll probably end up saying something though. We'll see. Sammy chants. They keep playing his music after they cut it. So Sammy still dancing. Let's go. He actually came back last week on Raw. Turned heel after losing to Finn Balor. Yeah, it doesn't look like this segment's going to be going anywhere. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Fish in a barrel. Watch this. I'm going to kick it up a notch.
Fish in a barrel. Sammy with some words in French Canadian that I do not understand once again. Sammy chants.
Too easy. Watch this.
Too easy.
Kick up a notch. Just
He's going to kick it up a notch. Ole, 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 Sammy running down the ramp now. Now gonna go back up, it looks like, to the moment of bliss setup on the stage right by the entrance. Alexa is speechless.
Sammy, last week you returned to Monday Night RAW, being out for 10 months due to a shoulder injury, and I think I can speak
That's
for all
fine.
Quebecers when I say it is fantastic to see Sami Zayn back on Monday Night Raw.
Alexa says it's good to see Sami Zayn back on Monday Night Raw.
I've been in this city all week, actually. It's been great. I've seen my friends. I've seen my family. I walked around my neighborhood in MDG. I hit up all the cafes in the plateau. I even got me some hot, fresh bagels from St. Viator.
Very good bagels.
Alexa, I absolutely love this city. The city is great. It's just the people that I can't stand.
Sammy says he loves the city of Montreal, but he cannot stand the people. His hometown people from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And that's funny. He'll move, though.
The low point of my week would probably be right now.
He says the low point of his week is right now on Raw in Montreal.
It's hard to explain. It's just something in the air. It's just so Quebec.
It's just so Quebec. He's getting booed now. What would be perfect is have Kevin Owens come out and attack him. But then that sets up a feud with the two of them once again that I don't want to see.
The whole thing is just...
They've had that happen how many times in the past?
It's funny because 9 months ago, I would have been so looking forward to coming out and getting this kind of response in Montreal. But now the cheers actually make me a bit sick.
They're chanting something. I can't make it out. Because I believe it's in French Canadian.
You know what? That makes me even sicker. Because what that is right there, I figured it out. What you guys do is you project your unaddressed issues, right? Your anger, anger, your insecurity, your failures, and you project all that onto me. Quite frankly, I'm not accepting it. I don't accept it. I think it's disgusting, and I think you should all be ashamed of yourselves.
This is awesome. This is good. This is a good, good heel segment for Sami Zayn on a Moment of Bliss, especially in his hometown of Montreal.
Alexa, these are not even fans. You can't even call them fans. They're too busy playing critic. They're too busy playing kingmaker. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Now, I know last week you came out and you said that everyone over-critiques you, but here's the thing. Is it because you're so perfect, that you're the best, that you really think that these people are what's wrong with WWE? Your people are the problem with WWE? They're not. It's you.
Alexa says you are the problem, Sami Zayn.
So is that what you're trying to tell me? You're trying to tell me that your people are the problem with WWE because you're so perfect. So are they the problem? Is that what you're trying to say?
Let me just cut you off there for a second, Alexa. I was born here, but these are not my people.
Sami Zayn says he was indeed born in Montreal, but these are not my people.
Yeah, I moved to sunny Orlando, Florida.
He moved to Orlando, Florida when he got signed by the WWE and NXT.
To leave Montreal before, just like I'm choosing to leave Montreal again right now.
He's going to leave Montreal once again right now and leave the A Moment of Bliss segment. He's going to go home. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye.
Yeah, see you in hell.
Did he just say see in hell? He's good as a heel. He is. And I guess everything he said last week, and then I assume tonight as well, has been off the top of his head. He's come up with it himself. They haven't given him a script to read off of or try to memorize and say, hey, here, this is your promo for tonight. This is what you're going to say. So, which makes it even better. You know, it's coming directly from the heart. And it looks like they're going to give Sami a push. So they go to commercial. And we see the Rusev and Lana Snickers commercial. Because you're not you when you're hungry. Keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys. Like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and right here on Periscope. Be sure to share this as well. This is awesome. That was pretty good. Alexa looking fine, though, as always. Yes, don't see the direction Sami Zayn is going, to be honest. I mean, they're just trying to get him back in the fold right now, just because he came back last week from injury. He was out of action for almost a year with double shoulder surgery, so they're just trying to get a feel right now for him, how the fans are reacting to him, whether as a face or heel, as a heel now, with him turning after losing his match last week to Finn Balor. So it looks like he's going to be a heel on Raw for the future. And, I mean, I don't mind it. But he's more than likely just going to be a mid-card guy. He might have a couple matches with Rollins, maybe for the Universal title on a Raw. Highly doubt a pay-per-view, but, you know, say somebody gets hurt and then he's the next man up. Maybe they give him a push that is deserving, but I think that's still going to be a ways down the road. I think he'll just continue to vie if indeed they keep Balor on Raw with the Intercontinental Championship, which it looks like they're doing, but he still could go to SmackDown tomorrow night. They could have Zayn with him for a while in a feud. If they bring over Joe, if they do switch up the mid-card titles, have Zayn versus Joe for the U.S. Championship. So, we'll see. Sami Zayn was just on A Moment of Bliss. Sami Zayn was just on a moment of bliss. Commercial break right now, though. So we'll see what happens when we come back from commercial.
Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. Try it now and get up to 50% off the normal retail price. Plus, get free shipping. Visit
I'm still trying to figure out
or call the number on your screen.
who's going to be the mystery partner later on tonight in the 6-man tag. Could be Kevin Owens, just because they're in Montreal. And then have him be on Raw as well. Because he hasn't done anything yet, but I do think it's going to be Daniel Bryan or AJ Styles. Those are my picks. The Iconics, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. Monday Night Raw is iconic right now with the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Iconics. They are in the ring. They are in the ring. They're going to have a match. Bayley on the phone from earlier today in a WWE.com exclusive. Bayley on the phone, and then the Iconics walk up.
Looks like you're not going to be getting tag titles back anytime soon. So if you need someone to talk to, okay, we are here. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's very nice of you. First of all, do not mention Sasha's name in either one of your mouths. Okay, you guys don't know what you're talking about. And if it's a fight you're looking for, I'll meet you in the ring, and I'll find another partner.
Bayley says she will find another tag team partner. So it looks like it's going to be the Iconics versus Bayley and someone, a mystery partner there as well. Women's tag team match coming up next on Raw. Here comes Bayley. And here comes Naomi. Since the Usos came over to Raw, Naomi coming over as well. Naomi is married to Jimmy Uso, so she probably threw a hissy fit as well, I bet. If the original plan was for her to stay on SmackDown and then the Usos to go to Raw, just as Bayley and Sasha threw a fit after they were going to drop the women's tag titles to the Iconics, who Bayley and Naomi are now facing on Raw. So, Bayley and Naomi are probably going to win, even though the Iconics should. But Naomi now on Monday Night Raw as well. Bayley going to start things off versus Billie Kay. Bayley. Some kicks to Billie Kay in the corner, tags in Naomi. Both Bayley and Naomi I could care less about. Iconics, though, I like. I like Peyton Royce. Nice kick from Billie Kay to Naomi. Billie Kay tags in Peyton Royce. 10, 10, 10, 10. Another kick, another punch. Has Naomi in the corner now. A couple kicks to the midsection. So Naomi, the first woman to switch brands during the Superstar Shakeup here tonight, tomorrow night. Peyton Royce in control. Has Naomi in a headlock now.
This is Peyton Royce, now in control of Naomi.
Hey, Cole, did I tell you that Peyton Royce told me earlier today that I am, in fact, iconic?
Really?
Yeah, he did.
Billy didn't tell you that?
Billy wasn't around.
I mean, they were actually separated for a moment?
Naomi trying to tag in Bayley. Peyton Royce takes out Bayley. Billie Kay with a tag. Billie Kay is legal. Takes out Naomi from behind. The Iconics working together now. Naomi with a kick to the shoulder of Billie Kay. Peyton Royce misses with a kick. Bayley to belly on Peyton Royce. Naomi from the top rope. Moonsault on Billie Kay cover. 1, 2, 3. Naomi and Bayley pin the women's tag team champions. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, the Iconics. Sasha going to come out. Sasha probably won't be seen for quite some time, I bet. I don't think anybody would care if Bayley or Naomi weren't seen along with Nia Jax and Tamina for quite a while either. But they're going to be on. They're going to be in the WWE and on WWE television for a while, though, it looks like. Another WrestleMania flashback from last Sunday night in the main event, the first ever women's main event in WrestleMania history. Ronda Rousey was the Raw Women's Champion. Charlotte Flair was the SmackDown Live Women's Champion. But they faced off and lost to the man, Becky Lynch, after Lynch pinned Ronda 1, 2, 3. Whether you think her shoulders were down for the entire 3 count or not, Becky Lynch, new dual, as WWE is calling it, dual women's champion. So we have a undisputed women's champion for the first time ever in the WWE. On Raw tonight, Becky Lynch versus Ruby Riott. They advertise that once again. They've been advertising that since the start of the show here this evening. I am in the top 1%. EC3, go back to TNA, you suck. Looks like EC3 will be on Raw. Yeah, you're in the top 1% because you suck. He's somebody I cannot stand. EC3 in action next on Raw. Don't know who it's going to be against, though. I don't know who it's going to be against. We'll find out and see. Little Caesars. Pizza. Ruby Riott cut a nose like a guitar pick. How do I feel about Ethan Carter III, EC3? I don't like him. I don't. He's overrated. Was he a former Impact World Champion? Does anybody know? I can't remember. Because I haven't watched TNA in a while, but because really now they really don't have anybody, worth really watching. But no offense to TNA, it's just not the same as what it was 2002 when they first started till, say, 2014, 15. That's really when it started going downhill into the shitter. But EC3, he's... I shouldn't say he's fake or he acts fake, but I just get that feel, I just get that vibe from him towards that. For some reason, I don't know why. I just don't like him in general. I just don't. Like, there's some wrestlers you just like because you like them, and then there's some wrestlers you don't like because simply you just don't like them. EC3, in my opinion, is just one of those wrestlers I just don't like because I just don't like him, if that makes any sense. So hopefully you guys understand. Imagine if Rob Van Dam, RVD, had to do that there, came back for the last match. The 6-man tag, the last match tonight, the main event. Or EC3 versus MVP. Up next, Montel Vontavious Porter. I don't know if he's still in wrestling shape. I don't know the last time he wrestled. MVP was good. I liked him back on SmackDown when I was first starting to watch wrestling. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be MVP EC3. I don't think it's going to be RVD EC3. I don't think MVP or RVD is going to be in the 6-man main event either. So good thoughts though, guys. Keep those coming. Keep those chat questions and comments coming. So commercial break right now on Monday Night Raw. EC3 is going to be a match on Raw as we inch closer towards the 10 o'clock hour. Another Bray Wyatt vignette with the cardboard box with smoke coming out of it. Actually from behind. Camera angles good on this. And then they're going to have the buzzard pop up and spin its head around. Bray Wyatt will be returning here sometime soon, it looks like. Ha ha ha. It's actually making a noise this week. It's laughing. A little creepy, and you can tell that's Bray's voice laughing. A little creepy, but it's going to be fun and exciting. It's going to be good for Bray to get back in the fold. Hey, if Undertaker and Triple H, why not? I don't know. Crown Jewel is... Here comes the monster among men, Braun Strowman. Braun on Raw for the time being, unless he goes to SmackDown tomorrow. Now, Crown Jewel was enough. Like, I think that really put the final nail in the coffin. Triple H and Braun. Or Triple H and The Undertaker, excuse me. Because Triple H ended up tearing his pec and was out of action for a while. Yes, I don't know. Yeah, EC3 is definitely... He's definitely going to win. Yeah, he's definitely going to kick Braun's ass. Now, Braun with a running shoulder tackle on Ethan Carter III. Braun's clearly going to destroy his ass. This isn't even going to be a match. There is a ref in the ring, but it's not going to be a match. Braun just picking up EC3 and throwing him around the ring. EC with 1.5. Where is EC1 and EC2? EC3 rolls out of the ring. Here comes Braun as EC3 is walking up the ramp. Hey, at least EC3's on TV. At least he's, on TV, but he's getting manhandled right now by Braun Strowman. Braun throws him into the entrance, the LED boards. EC3 going to be taking another ride, it looks like. Right hand from Braun to EC3.
I don't know what the term is. I'm just expecting the worst right now, as Braun Strowman has taught us to do.
Braun might be taking out the announce table. Braun picking up EC3. Choke slam. Choke slam through part of the stage right by the announce table, in between the announce table and the entrance. Now, whether or not that was planted there for tonight or not, I don't know. Get these hands chance. Braun's music's going to play here, it looks like. Yeah, there it goes. But I can't remember if that's always there or not. But they don't... Well, here comes the man, Becky Lynch, the Raw and SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Becky Two Belts, as they're calling her. She's wearing the Raw strap, the Raw Championship around her waist. Holds up the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. But yeah, Braun power slams, choke slams, EC3 through the table that they had set up there. Part of the stage, part of the entrance ringside. Or up by the entrance, by the announce table, excuse me. So, EC3 is still jobbing. At least he's on TV, though, so. I still hate the guy, but it is what it is. Becky Lynch and Ruby Riott up next on Monday Night Raw. Keep those chat questions and comments coming. Samoa Joe comes in to mess with Braun, calling it. No, actually, Samoa Joe is out with a illness. He's sick with the flu right now. So he's not going to be on Raw whatsoever. So, yeah. Ethan Carter III, may you rest in peace. In Vegas, just bet my life savings EC3 is going to win. See, this is the damn problem with WWE. Why sign EC3 only to do this and not give him a push? Because he sucks, that's why. Yeah, they have. I mean, I can agree with what you're saying, but EC3 is awful. In my opinion, everybody has their own opinion. I get that, but like I was saying there before you just tuned in, you know, people like certain wrestlers, superstars, just to like them, and then they also they don't like superstars because they simply just don't like them. For me, as I was saying there a second ago, that's me with EC3. I don't like EC3 simply because I don't like him. I really don't have a reason behind it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, Heath Slater's still a jobber, isn't he? Well, he hasn't been on TV in a while because he's got kids. But yeah, he's still jobbing a little bit every once in a while. He really hasn't been relevant since he was part of Nexus. He actually, 3 years ago now, I believe it was, after the brand split, after they brought it back, had the draft, he was SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. The first ever SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions with Rhino. So yeah, Slater's still jobbing every once in a while, but he hasn't been on TV in forever. Because, as I said, Heath Slater, he's got kids. Thank you guys for all the likes and super likes this evening. Like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Gridiron Ring, Gridring 18, and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96, on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and right here on Periscope, Cool Hand Luke 96, Twitter, right here on Periscope. Be sure to share this as well. And be sure to tune back in tomorrow night for live reactions, play-by-play of WWE SmackDown Live as the Superstar Shakeup will continue. As I said earlier, I'm also debating about next Monday and Tuesday for Raw and SmackDown Live once again before the first round of the NFL Draft next Thursday night. So you'll see me here for the next hour or so for Raw before that ends, and then tomorrow for SmackDown. And at this point in time, I got a week to decide. I don't know if I'm going to be on next Monday or Tuesday for Raw or SmackDown, but I might not, we'll see. But then be sure to tune in a week from Thursday, next Thursday, April the 25th, for the first round of the 2019 NFL Draft. Some highlights from earlier tonight now with The Miz coming over to Raw, attacking Shane McMahon. You need to catch up on your Bears. I take that as the Chicago Bears. Because there's also the Cal Golden Bears. There's also, I'm trying to think of some other Bear sports teams. Lars Sullivan also took out Rey Mysterio. Can you see behind me there? Yeah. What's that right there? Does that answer your question? Yeah, diehard Steeler fan, but I have respect for other Pennsylvania teams except for Pitt. Eat shit, Pitt. So, yeah. Big Penn State and Pittsburgh Steeler fan. The Miz, Andrade, Zelina Vega on Raw as well with Andrade. Cedric Alexander, the Usos, Naomi, Rey Mysterio, And Eric Young getting split up from Sanity. Eric Young going to be a singles competitor on Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch in the ring. She has a match versus Ruby Riott. What happened after Naomi? They had a commercial break, and they just showed some highlights. Becky Lynch now in the ring. Ruby Riott coming out. Braun also destroyed EC3 in the meantime too, so that's it. Yeah, Pitt's not bad in wrestling. Baseball team's not that bad either. I mean, I have respect for Pitt. I do. I mean, I shouldn't say what I just said, but because I have respect for all the teams in Pennsylvania and other Big Ten teams and some AFC and NFC teams. Depends. As Ruby Riott and the Riott Squad make their way down the ring for Ruby's match versus Becky Lynch. Obviously, whenever your favorite team is playing, whoever they're playing this upcoming week or whenever, obviously you want your team to win. You don't want the other team to win. So, but the rivalry with Penn State and Pitt, it's big. The 100th annual meeting this September right here in Happy Valley, Beaver Stadium. Blue-White game was this past weekend, as the college football spring games are now in play. Some of them have already happened. Some of them still will take place within the next couple weeks. Hell of a game. The Blue-White game? Or what game are you talking about, hell of a game? Or Penn State and Pitt? Riott Squad looks like if Suicide Squad was a real group. Well, yeah, I can agree with Ruby on that. I wouldn't say Sarah Logan or Liv Morgan. Sarah Logan actually married to, I believe, Rowe of Hanson and Rowe, the War Raiders. The Viking experiences there on Raw now as well. They actually didn't even show them in that Superstar Shakeup graphic, so they might not be on Raw full time right now. But yeah, NFL Draft coming up. Chicago Bears, they made the playoffs for the first time in almost 10 years this past year, winning the NFC North before losing to the Philadelphia Eagles in the wild card round because Cody Parkey missed a field goal. Shout out all you Chicago Bear fans. But yeah, the NFL Draft coming up next week. They'll have a good pick. See if they can get some help for Mitch Trubisky on offense and/or some help on the defensive side with Khalil Mack. They might go secondary. They lost Adrian Amos to NFC North rival Green Bay Packers, former Penn State product there. So we'll see what happens next week in the NFL Draft. I will have a prediction video out on YouTube right before the draft, either next Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on if I do live reactions for the play of Raw and SmackDown next week. So keep an eye out for that. You're a big USC fan. We barely got you guys. Oh, hell of a game, the Penn State USC Rose Bowl a couple years ago. Yeah, that was one hell of a game. It looks like they are breaking up Sanity, which that disappoints me. But Eric Young, he's a damn good wrestler. Hopefully they give him a push. He might be a mid-card guy, though, for a while, it looks like, because they just inserted him in the graphic. They didn't even technically announce it. They just had him on the graphic, saying that he is on Raw now with a Superstar Shakeup going on. So Becky in control of Ruby Riott here on Monday Night Raw. But you're a big USC fan. Barely got by Penn State in the Rose Bowl a couple years ago. So that was a hell of a game. Sam Darnold now, as they show the closing credit graphic for the 9 o'clock hours. We move towards 10 o'clock. A little past 10 now here on the East Coast for Monday Night Raw. Cover Ruby Riott on Becky Lynch 1-2 kick out. Yeah, Sam Darnold, starting quarterback for the Jets. I know today, for some teams at least, some off-season workout programs began. So, yeah, football season will be here before we know it. Can't come soon enough, that's for damn sure. And then, well, Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan saved Ruby Riott from tapping out to Becky Lynch. Becky going to take Liv and Logan out. But, yeah, I will have the NFL draft prediction video out next week. Just keep an eye out for that. I'll be on Periscope here next Thursday for the draft. Becky with another submission on Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott taps out. Becky Lynch. Becky 2 belts. Wins on Monday Night Raw. Then here come Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. Lynch takes them out as well. Nice kick. Nice drop. Whoa. 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 But I'm going to start doing, I don't know if you guys heard, I announced it in the Thoughts and Opinions video on YouTube last week, and then also when I was live doing a audio-only broadcast this past Saturday of the Penn State Blue-White game. And unfortunately, I don't think I'll be doing that ever again here on YouTube, or on Periscope, excuse me, due to technical difficulties. So I announced I'm going to start doing flashback live reactions of older football games, both college and the NFL, and then also older WWE events. So if you guys have any pay-per-views or events or older football games that you guys would like me to do live reactions play-by-play of right here on Periscope, let me know in the comment section below. Also, hit me up on Twitter, ColehandLuke96. Charlie Caruso now interviewing Drew McIntyre. Baron Corbin, Leo Rush, the man of the hour himself, is there alongside the almighty Bobby Lashley from left to right, respectively, with Charlie Caruso in the middle. McIntyre does not give a damn who the mystery partner is going to be in the 6-man tag coming up on Raw. McIntyre wants to get his hands on Roman Reigns. McIntyre going to be feuding with Rollins, though, more than likely. Corbin with Reigns. And then whoever the mystery partner is going to be potentially with Bobby Lashley.
What the almighty Bobby Lashley did to Dean Ambrose last week, the real question you should be asking, Charlie, is who is even stupid enough?
Yeah, somewhat a little upset they split up Sanity. I am. They had a lot of potential. It's the group. Here comes Natalya. It's the group, McIntyre, Lashley. Well, you can't. Well, okay, if you say Corbin is the Applebee's waiter. You could say Leo Rush is the Applebee's waiter there, too. So, Kevin Owens very well could be the third man. Since he has not been used on Raw so far this evening, he is on SmackDown Live right now. But we've seen, some guys come over from SmackDown to Raw with the Superstar Shakeup going on. With them being in Montreal, not being used already, with him being a face, I would not roll it out, Kevin Owens being the third man. I think it's either going to be Daniel Bryan or AJ Styles. Thing is, with DB, they'd have to turn him face because he's a heel. But maybe him not being on TV last week, that's the time where, okay, they decided we're not going to do anything with it. We're just going to turn him face like this and have him be in a 6-man tag next week. I wouldn't roll out. Kevin Owens is probably the favorite of those three, though. I agree, yeah. But I wouldn't roll it out, that Kevin Owens could be the third man. Crowd would definitely go crazy if he was. Crowd would definitely go nuts. That's for damn sure. So thank you guys for watching. Chat questions and comments, greatly appreciated. Be sure to hit the super like, and super heart button. Share this as well to all your friends and family on whatever social media sites you guys use nowadays, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you have a YouTube account, be sure to subscribe to Gridiron Ring on YouTube. Follow me over on Twitter and right here on Periscope. Gohan Luke 96. Currently at a commercial break for Monday Night Raw. Also be sure to check out Gridiron Ring on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well when you're sharing this with those friends and family that hopefully everybody has. Yeah, but basically everything you see behind me are teams that I like, things I like, people I have respect for. So, yeah, I'm a big Penn State football fan, big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, Pittsburgh Pirate, Pittsburgh Penguin, huge John Wayne fan, always been a big Duke fan. And Duke basketball. I like Duke basketball as well. And I also like the Man in Black himself, Johnny Cash. So when I saw that poster, it was only a couple bucks. I said, I'm not letting this slide. I got to buy that. And so I put it up. So also collect those pop figures you see in the back corner as well. And that, by the way, is a real Money in the Bank briefcase. And Money in the Bank will be coming up Sunday, May the 19th, and I will be live right here on YouTube. Or live right here on Periscope, as I was on YouTube live streaming, but I switched back over to Periscope due to YouTube's new policy stating that that channels need to have 1,000 subscribers once again to be able to stream on mobile, so I switched back over to Periscope. So getting used to saying live right here on Periscope once again, so bear with me on that. But yeah, that's a real Money in the Bank briefcase, as we see a WrestleMania promo video package for next year, WrestleMania 36 in Tampa, Florida, April the 5th, 2020. Who would have thought that there would be a year based on the TV show? WrestleMania. And Natalya in the ring with Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch still in the ring. But yeah, Money in the Bank, May the 19th. I'll be live right here on Periscope doing live reactions. Be sure to tune in.
On Raw. Thank you. And congratulations on your historic win of WrestleMania 35.
Natalya says congrats on your win right now on Raw, and then also last week at WrestleMania. Natalya is going to want a championship match. I got respect for your wrestling empire at Penn State. Well, yeah, they've won, 8 of the last 9? I believe it is. A little hard to keep count, but yeah, Penn State wrestling is a force to be reckoned with, that's for sure. And it was even better. They won this year's championship down in the Steel City at PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, home of the Pittsburgh Penguins, who are now down 3-0 in the Stanley Cup playoffs to the Newark Islanders, but it is what that is. But it's just fun to see, obviously, go to Pitt's backyard, being a Penn State fan, being a part of Penn State, with a wrestling team or whatnot, or a football team, or whatever sport, and win a championship in their backyard. Even though I'm a Steeler, Pirate, and Penguin fan as well. So Natalya says that she is the best there is, the best there ever was, and the best there ever will be. Getting some heel heat from the Montreal crowd as she is from Calgary.
Alright. I have spent years in the trenches with a lot of overlooked and underappreciated women, just like I was. Like you, Natty. And I've got to be honest, the second that I held my 2 titles over my head, I knew that those overlooked women were going to try and hunt me down. Just like I hunted down that little weirdo Ronnie darling. But that's the nature of this business. To take over the world, you have to take out the person that's on top. Now, Natty, we have traveled the world together as teenagers, looking to fight anyone, anywhere, just to get in the door of WWE.
She could turn heel.
Well, look at us now.
She's going to want a match, though, is what she wants. Maybe they give Natty a SmackDown Live Women's Championship run. Have Becky on Raw full time. Because the reports were at first, it looked like they're going to unify the titles, have an undisputed women's champion. At that point, okay, it would make sense, but at the same time, it doesn't. So I think they finally realized, okay, we still need to have a women's champion on Raw and a women's champion on SmackDown. Now here comes the sassy Southern Belle, Lacey Evans. So she's actually wearing knee pads. Is Lacey Evans going to be in a match? She's looking like a... Well, she's got a mic in her hand. She's actually going to talk for once. Holy hell. Isn't this just adorable? Whether she has an actual Southern accent or not, I don't know. She's pretty damn good at it.
But the Raw Women's Championship couldn't possibly be around the waist of a classless has-been such as yourself, sweetheart. Now you two nasties need to stop all this nonsense discussing a possible...
Does anybody know where Lacey Evans is actually from?
Because a lady knows how to curry favor and use her influence to get exactly what she wants.
Lacey Evans with a sexy
And now that I am
promo.
officially on Monday Night Raw,
Lacey Evans is officially on Monday Night Raw.
what I want is that Raw Women's Championship.
Lacey Evans wants the Raw Women's Championship.
And Natty,
And I think everybody right now, every man at least, wants Lacey Evans.
that your next match will be against me.
Becky's next match, according to Lacey Evans, will be against her.
First one in line to face Becky for the Raw Women's Championship. So Natty, stand by because I'm about to educate you with a woman's rights. And Becky, if I were you, I'd pay real close attention, honey. Because I have a feeling a lady can teach a man a thing or two.
Lacey Evans is going to be in a match. Natalya going to face off versus Lacey Evans next on Raw for the, looks like, #1 contendership for Becky Lynch's Raw Women's Championship. Lacey looking good. That was actually the first time we have heard her speak. This is the first time we'll get to see her in action up on the main roster as well. Bell rings, Lacey Evans, and Natalya.
She thinks she's better than everyone else and has an opportunity to prove it here tonight. A woman who served
Maybe a triple threat.
as a U.S. Marine and is
Um,
now in this matchup against Natalya as Lacey
no, that's why they're having this right now. Evans was born in Georgia, per Wikipedia, so I can believe that to some extent. I mean, normally age and where people were born, if it's on Wikipedia, normally that's accurate. Now, other stories, as you keep on scrolling down, as they go to commercial break with Natalya and Lacey Evans, John Laurinaitis is going to be the third man. Johnny Ace, nah, I don't think that's going to happen. Evans, born in Georgia, according to Wikipedia. Like I said, though, if you keep scrolling, at that point, some of the stuff, it's how do I want to say this? How do I want to word it? It's, some of it's hard to believe, but if you really take the time then and you really look into it and you do find it elsewhere, at that point you do believe it. But I can believe that she was born in Georgia now that you say that, because sometimes accents, you can, you know, do it really, really good once you get used to it and do it as a character, but damn good promo from her. Future's bright. I really don't know. I still don't know where I stand with Lacey Evans, though, because they had her just keep coming out and walking around, not doing a damn thing up until now. They give her a mic now, have her speak in a match on Raw right now. She's probably going to win. She's probably going to face Becky. And then at that point, they might split up the titles. We'll see. Top 3 best looking women right now in the WWE of all time. Right now, and Lacey's up there. She's not top 3. She's not top 3. Becky's up there as well. She's not top 3 though. Top 3 for me. Let me look here. I was just thinking about this earlier. Funny you ask. Oh, okay. Some of them that are on the outside, in my opinion, as I said tonight and countless times before, everybody has their own opinion. Just on the outside of the top 3. I mean, Ember Moon's not that bad looking. Neither is Ruby Riott. Now, SmackDown women. I mean, Asuka. Carmella's pretty damn good. Shout out to Corey Graves. Mandy Rose, right on the outside as well. But my top 3, it's Alexa Bliss number 1, Peyton Royce number 2, and then Mickie James number 3. Those are my top 3. Who are your guys' top 3? All time? Trish is up there. Trish Stratus. Lita, she's up there too. I mean, Tori Wilson, Stacy Keibler. Alexa would have to be up there, along with Mickie James. And then Peyton Royce, I think, too. So, yeah, top 3 right now, though. In this order, Alexa, 1, 2 would be Peyton Royce, and then 3 would be Mickie James. Match continues as we come back from commercial break. Lacey with a headbutt. Natalya goes face first in the middle turnbuckle, whacking her head, back of her neck off the bottom turnbuckle now as Becky Lynch looks on from the TV backstage. Lacey now has Natalya in a headlock. Raw's been alright tonight. I mean, up to this point, upcoming live events though this Friday in St. Louis, Missouri, Springfield, Illinois on Saturday, Moline, Illinois on Sunday, next Monday, Des Moines, Iowa, and next Tuesday, Lincoln, Nebraska. So WWE will be hitting the Midwest. They'll be in Des Moines, Iowa for Raw. I'm sure Seth Rollins will get a big reaction there. And also in Lincoln, if he's on SmackDown. I highly doubt he'd be on SmackDown, though. Natalya with a quick roll-up pin, 1-2 kick out, as the Big Ten, or as the WWE will enter Big Ten territory next week for Raw and SmackDown Live. Natalya, another headlock by Lacey Evans. No. Well, bring it. No, there's no way in hell. I can agree with 2, but not 1 and 3. No, no way. No.
To be fair, Natty came out here and just wanted to have words with Becky Lynch. She wasn't ready to get into it.
Natty tried to jump the line. Okay, that's what she tried to do. She felt entitled because she's been here a long time.
I can see where you're coming from, though. I see what you're saying, but no, as Natalya with a nice clothesline on Lacey Evans.
She's trying to, curry favor with the Canadian audience.
Going for a sharpshooter. Natalya has Lacey Evans in a sharpshooter middle of the ring. I believe Natalya says, try to get out of this bitch before she put her in it. Natalya drags Lacey back to the middle of the ring now. If Lacey taps everything that they just did for her within the past couple months since she got brought up, trying to make a name for herself, trying to give her a strong push, that would all go to waste. But she grabs the bottom rope, match continues. Natalya versus Lacey Evans. #1 contendership for Becky Lynch's Raw Women's Championship. Nice spear into the barricade ringside by Natalya and Lacey Evans. Natalya going to roll her back in the ring. Nice right hand from Lacey Evans to Natalya. Last week's Raw and tonight, I would say up to this point, about the same as a whole. Unless they do have somebody big return or come out during the 6-man tag in the main event coming up here very, very shortly. Moonsault from the top rope from Lacey Evans on Natalya. Cover 1, 2, 3. Lacey Evans pins Natalya. It looks like she'll be facing off versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship sometime soon. Probably at Money in the Bank, I bet. Alexis, Sunny. You can't forget about Sunny. And then Trish. Sunny side up. Or whatever that was called. You know what I'm talking about. Nice moonsault. Lacey jumped from the second rope to the top rope and then a moonsault on Natalya before pinning her. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, I bet you that'll be at Money in the Bank. Yeah. Probably 5. Probably right there at 5. There's a lot of good-looking women, though, in the WWE. I mean, Vince has a great eye. All the talent coordinators as well have great eyes, too. So, Charlie Caruso up there. Hell, she's just a backstage interviewer. She works for ESPN as well. She's staying outside the men's locker room, going to be interviewing somebody. Maurice is another one. Can't forget about her, Mrs. Wife. So, Charlie Caruso knocks on the men's locker room door. Out comes Roman Reigns and Seth frickin' Rollins, the Universal Champion.
Well, earlier tonight, Baron Corbin said that he drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley.
Speaking of Vince, yeah, Sable. Brock's got a good wife, yeah.
Ooh, that third partner. Chuck, you really want to know who that third partner is, don't you? You really want to know? You want to know who the third man is?
No. You gotta wait like everybody else.
Okay, who's walking out of the men's locker room now? Okay, the door just opened and shut.
You know what? You do gotta wait like everybody else. And look, I heard what those boys said earlier.
What the hell was that?
I gotta tell you, they're right. They're right. This
Yeah,
ain't
Sable.
always like
Who else
good.
from back in the day?
A week out from beating Brock Lesnar, becoming
Kelly
the
Kelly?
Universal Champion. And
Why did it take this long for us to name Kelly Kelly?
he is healthy.
Kelly Kelly's one.
Than ever. Life is good for us. For our opponents tonight, however, life's not
Trying to think.
so good.
Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns getting interviewed by Charlie Caruso.
Brother Dean Ambrose last week. And the way the shake-up is shaken up, this could be one or both of our last nights on Raw.
Regardless if it's our last, it's here in Montreal down in that.
You do you. You do you. Thanks for tuning in and watching. And here comes Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath. Main event time on WWE Monday Night Raw. 6-man tag team match. Seth frickin' Rollins and Roman Reigns in a mystery partner versus Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and the almighty Bobby Lashley. So, still don't know who the 6th man, the mystery partner, in this upcoming 6-man tag match on Raw will be. That'll team with Rollins and Reigns versus McIntyre, Corbin, and Lashley. They're going to go to commercial break, it looks like. Yeah, up next, 6-man tag match. Hashtag 6-man tag. So be sure to retweet this live stream on social media. Use the hashtag 6-man tag when you quote the retweet to get more people in here. Share this on social media, please. Share. Follow me right here on Periscope as well. Cool Hand Luke 96. But commercial break, 6-man tag match coming up next on Monday Night Raw. Seth frickin' Rollins and Roman Reigns and a mystery partner versus Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and the almighty Bobby Lashley. Thank you for all the likes and super likes. Highly doubt it's going to be the doctor of thugonomics, John Cena. I highly doubt that. No, I doubt it's going to be Cena. You saw a hat. Whoever was about ready to walk out of the locker room whenever they were giving that interview, you saw a hat. Who wears a hat? A lot of guys can wear hats. Cena, yeah, being one of them. I mean, myself right now, too. I mean, I could, be in Montreal for right now, for all you guys know, and be the 6th man. I could be out there on USA Network coming up, fighting in a 6-man tag match in the main event of Monday Night Raw with Rollins and Reigns, for all you guys know. So if I do go away for a second, at that point you guys will actually know. Do you think it's going to be Styles? It's either going to be, in this order, it's probably going to be Kevin Owens, Styles, or Daniel Bryan. Those are my 3 picks. Could be a huge return, though, too, that we don't see coming. We'll see. Is Styles shorter than Rollins? I believe so. Not by much, but they might be about the same size.
JG Wentworth, how can I help you get cash? I want to pay off my debt and move into my own place, but I need cash now to do it.
Do you get regular payments from an insurance company?
Yes, monthly, but the thing is, it's my money.
Maybe it's Kurt Angle.
Some or all of your future payments, we give you
Maybe
call now and you'll also get
maybe it's
call 877.
Thanks, JG Wentworth.
maybe it's going to be the guy that popped up behind Rollins is shorter than Rollins. Maybe it's Mustafa Ali. Maybe it's him. You think Kevin Owens, that pop, nothing happening on SmackDown? Yeah, the pop, that's the thing. They're in Montreal, some town. Has not been featured tonight yet, so yeah. Especially the 6th man's going to come out last. Might not even come out until 5 minutes to go in the match. It might be a 3-on-2 handicap match for a while. They've done that before. Maybe it's Shinsuke. Maybe they turn him face. Another vignette. Another Bray Wyatt vignette. This one's different. And we got a rocking chair, it looks like, with a rocking horse with a bunny rabbit on it. A doll. Some more stuffed animals. In a playhouse. The Wyatt family could be getting back together as well with Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan. Now there's a rocking chair with somebody sitting in it with a creepy looking doll, eyes moving back and forth, and it's starting to laugh. Ah. This is definitely Bray Wyatt. Definitely Bray Wyatt. Just a matter of when is he going to return. Maybe he's the returnee tonight. Maybe he's going to be the sixth man. I highly doubt it's going to be EC3. He already got buried by Braun Strowman earlier. It could be Sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt as Sister Abigail. We'll see. Are you guys actually watching Raw in real time along with listening to me as well? Or are you guys actually just watching my live reactions of Raw this evening? Can't take Wyatt seriously at this point. No, neither can I, even though I was really, really high on him for the longest time. Former acting general manager of Raw. Former Golden Gloves Boxing Gloves champion, former U.S. champion, former Money in the Bank winner, the man who defeated Kurt Angle at WrestleMania, Montreal's favorite son, Baron Corbin. This is awesome. His introduction now is awesome. Bray needs to come back and just win for a bit, build him up. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I'm watching with you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Always greatly appreciated. So here comes the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. So here comes the almighty Bobby Lashley now. Yeah, it's probably going to be Owens. I bet you it's going to be Owens. Because Owens, he wears a hat, too. He wears a hat, yeah. It's probably going to be Owens. I'll take all you can eat chicken strips, all you can eat riblets, and all you can eat shrimp, please. Along with endless apps and endless drinks as well. Put it on your tab. Put it on your tab. Bobby Lashley with his little brother, the 9-year-old kid, Leo Rush. Now here comes the big dog, Roman Reigns. Getting booed, it sounds like. Turn him heel next week? Turn him heel on who? Rollins. I wouldn't mind that. He's better as a heel than he is a face. Owens, that is. Owens and Joe are my two favorites, along with Styles. I like Adam Cole, baby, as well. So maybe it's going to be Adam Cole. Maybe it's going to be cool. But the big dog, Roman Reigns, yeah, okay, versus Rollins. I think Reigns is going to turn heel after, say, Backlash or Extreme Rules. and have a match versus Rollins at SummerSlam for the Universal title, because Reigns never lost the title. He had to give it up, go battle leukemia once again. I think that'd be a perfect storyline. Perfect feud. No one would see it coming. I think Reigns is going to be turning heel eventually. Now here comes the Beast Slayer. Burn it down. Seth frickin' Rollins, the Universal Champion. Who's going to be the sixth man? I wouldn't mind Owens turning heel and feuding with Rollins, though, for a while either. Maybe send McIntyre to SmackDown at that point. Have him feud with Kofi. Because McIntyre is supposed to be getting up against Rollins for the Universal title. McIntyre's a great heel, too. We'll see what happens. Shield's final chapter, though, this Sunday, 9:30 on the WWE Network. A video of the entire last and final match of the Shield at a house show within the past couple weeks. So they're going to air that on the network. I can't see Owens teaming up because of the whole Randy thing. Well, they could have just been teasing that, though, last week because they probably didn't have anything else to do. Who's it going to be? We're going to find out right now. Who's it going to be? AJ Styles. Monday Night Raw is phenomenal. The phenomenal one on Monday Night Raw for the first time in his WWE career. AJ's on Raw. Leo Rush does not know what to think. AJ Styles. But man enough to feel the pain. Be next. Give respect. No, they don't want none. Don't really want none. I am too. I said I thought it was either going to be AJ Owens or Owens AJ Daniel Bryan, but it looks like Owens is going to be staying on SmackDown, which I don't mind that either. AJ growing out his full beard once again, it looks like. It's going to be Seth frickin' Rollins, Roman Reigns, and now AJ Styles versus Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley. 6-man tag on Monday Night Raw coming up next. Commercial break. I don't mind AJ versus Rollins now for the Universal title. Maybe that's going to be a SummerSlam. Maybe they're going to have Reigns heel turn after SummerSlam. Maybe the night after. Set up for the fall. Maybe they're going to have that now. Probably not, because Reigns is probably going to go up against Corbin, McIntyre with Rollins. Maybe we get Styles and Lashley once again, something we saw in TNA for quite a while. So, AJ's on Raw. AJ Styles is on Monday Night Raw. You don't think Reigns is going to turn? He'll face Rollins face versus face. Reigns will face Lars Sullivan. That's a good thought. Yeah, I could see that. I think Bray's going to face Lars. I do. Get both of them in the fold. Off to a good start. Reigns to SmackDown. Well, who else is on SmackDown? Kofi. Okay, they lost Styles. They lost Andrade. They still have Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel and Kofi are probably going to have a rematch at Money in the Bank, and then probably maybe a Backlash as well, because Daniel Bryan is probably not going to go to Saudi Arabia. Owens is going to be there on SmackDown, so you get Owens and Bryan and Kofi. The Miz is on SmackDown now, so they lost The Miz too. Or The Miz is on Raw now. He's not on SmackDown anymore. They still have Randy Orton. Still have Samoa Joe. If they had Joe drop the title to, say, say Joe dropped the title to... that's a tough one. Maybe Rusev. And then put Joe in the title WWE title picture. Maybe to Shelton Benjamin, someone underrated. They need to figure out what the hell they're going to do with Shinsuke Nakamura, though. Just trying to look here, trying to see who could potentially from Raw go to SmackDown now. Probably Braun. Braun would be a big move to SmackDown. Reigns, maybe. Yeah, because you have three big faces with Rollins, Reigns, and Styles right now on Raw. One of them go to SmackDown. Maybe Reigns, yeah. Maybe. We'll find out tomorrow night, obviously. We'll see. I think... well, if Reigns does go to SmackDown, somebody either him or, as we're back to the action now on Raw, Rollins versus Lashley right now, 6-man tag. You're going to have somebody turn heel, whether it be Reigns, Orton, Owens. Daniel Bryan's already a heel. I mean, Kofi's going to be a face for a while. Unless the New Day turn on him or he turns on the New Day. I think McIntyre goes to SmackDown. But McIntyre is probably going to be with Rollins until right before SummerSlam. We'll get a clearer look tomorrow night, right before tomorrow night. Because if Reigns does go to SmackDown, he's not going to come out until the end. Just with how Styles did on Raw here. But this gets the viewers back up on Raw, hopefully. Gets the ratings back up. Because AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, on Raw for the first time ever. We'll have to see if they say he's the Monday Night Raw is the house that AJ Styles built. Because he had that going for him on SmackDown. And he's the WWE Champion, U.S. Champion. You still get, unless they switch up the mid-card titles, which I thought they would, but they might not now. I did say if you put Balor on SmackDown, have the IC title on SmackDown, U.S. on Raw, you would get Styles and Balor for the IC title, get the club involved, and have them go at it for control over the club. Now you get that on Monday Night Raw, which is even better because Raw is 3 hours compared to SmackDown's 2. So it's going to be McIntyre now versus Roman Reigns as AJ Styles tags out. Keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys. Reigns versus Lars, yeah, maybe. Shinsuke Nakamura is... he has so much potential. Yes, he does. Yet they really haven't done a whole lot with him. SmackDown Live is thin on heels. You'd like Drew and Baron to SmackDown. Well, if McIntyre is going to be with... Rollins, and Corbin is going to be with Reigns as McIntyre with a cover on Reigns, 1-2 kick out. The one heel from the stable of heels on Raw right now that would probably end up going to SmackDown would be Bobby Lashley. Which, okay, that is what it is too. I mean, Lashley's been on SmackDown before. Former U.S. champion, former ECW champion as well. Not a whole lot of NXT call-ups, though, tonight. I mean, we had War Raiders Viking Experience at the top of the show. 8-man tag. Probably going to be a women's tag tomorrow with Io Shirai and Kairi Sane, the Sky Pirates with Paige. Maybe Jess Man Duke and Maria Shriver as well. Shayna Baszler's posse. So... somewhat disappointing, not a whole lot of NXT guys get caught up, but they're still trying to build NXT up to compete week in and week out with Raw and SmackDown. I mean, it is right now as well, but, you know, get more people tuned into the network and then subscribe to the network. Be sure to subscribe to Gridiron Ring on YouTube as well. But then with the Fox deal coming into play in October, with NXT potentially being live on Fox Sports or Fox Sports 1, and then a WWE studio show, you know, there's a lot out there, a lot of potential, a lot of options for them to do. So Corbin with a choke slam to the knee of Roman Reigns. So they go to commercial break. The heels in control. Corbin working Roman Reigns right now on Monday Night Raw. Looks like the Bar will be staying on SmackDown as well. I think the Revival are going to be going to SmackDown still. Usos came over to Raw. Like I said earlier, a little bit ago, Raw's been decent. It's been alright. About the same as what it was last week, so. We'll see what happens. Pika, Pika, Pikachu.
You're adorable. They can't understand me, kids.
They making a Pokemon movie? May the 10th. Ryan Reynolds.
What is that? Silent but deadly. Apologies. My tummy's bad from all the coffee.
Pokemon Detective Pikachu with Ryan Reynolds, May the 10th. Making a Pokemon movie about Pikachu. Might have to go see that. Pika, Pika, Pikachu!
Congestion? Reach for the dual action of Allegra D, the fastest non-drowsy antihistamine plus a powerful decongestant to help you overcome.
Apollo might go to SmackDown. Apollo Crews.
Get back to the moment with Allegra D.
Maybe the B team.
This Wendy's salad's really good. That's supposed to
Maybe Dolph Ziggler if they bring him back.
You know, it tastes good.
No, we don't know. The salads don't taste good. So they signal or something? I don't know why I did.
Maybe Mojo or No Way Jose. Just some jobbers at this point. Maybe the Ascension, maybe Elias.
It is good. I love the Wizarding World. It's just incredible.
She showed me the movies and I instantly fell in love.
Love. Always watch the movies.
5 times? 50 times.
100 times.
Terry was thrilling.
There's nothing like it.
Who could be traded? Because there's only one woman come over to Raw, and that was Naomi. Who from Raw to SmackDown? Maybe Alexa or Mickey. They might have Sasha go over, though. Ember needs to be on SmackDown. Ember and Drew McIntyre right now, maybe Kevin Owens too, would be my picks for the Money in the Bank next month. Back to the action. Corbin going for a chokeslam. Rollins rolls through. Quick pin. 1-2 kick out. Now a super kick to the side of the head of the Lone Wolf from the Beast Slayer. Rollins, burn it down, tuning up the band a little bit. Went for a super kick to the midsection. That connects. Corbin rolls out of the ring. Suicide dive. Corbin comes up, takes out Rollins. Corbin with a slam to Rollins. Cover 1, 2, kick out. Corbin pissed off. Corbin's awesome. Corbin's a great heel.
Too emotional. He used to losing right now.
Listen, I agree with you to an extent, Renee, but for the most part, Baron Corbin is an expert at channeling his frustration, channeling his...
Corbin rolling up his sleeves. Roman Reigns back to his corner. It's Rollins, Reigns, and AJ Styles versus Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley. 6-man tag in the main event of the WWE Monday Night Raw edition of the Superstars Shakeup.
Oh, he told you that? Did he show you any actual statistics?
Why do I doubt one of my friends?
Corbin now going for a superplex on Rollins in the corner. Rollins gets out of it, headbutt. Now a kick to the side ahead of Corbin. God. Both Corbin and Rollins down. Keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys. Thank you for those. To that latest one here in a second once it pops on through here on my end. Corbin makes a tag. Bobby Lashley legal. Rollins tags in AJ Styles, 2 former TNA guys in the WWE. Styles takes out McIntyre. Styles getting Lashley up on his shoulders. Lashley throws Styles in the corner. Nice kick. Why don't they let Corbin wrestle in normal gear at this point? Because it's still part of his gimmick, I guess. Nice Pele kick to the back of the head of Bobby Lashley. Another Pele to Baron Corbin from the Phenomenal One. Styles going to go for the Styles Clash, it looks like, on Bobby Lashley. Claymore kick from Drew McIntyre on AJ Styles. Drew is not legal, though. Here comes Roman. Superman punch. Reigns reverses, throws Reigns across. McIntyre reverses, throws Reigns across the ring. Yeah, he's got to wait tables at Applebee's after the show. No, it's just part of his gimmick right now. I mean, I think at this point, if super kick from Rollins ringside on McIntyre, Superman punch from Reigns to McIntyre over the barricade now. Rollins rolls back in the ring. Styles is legal versus Lashley, though. Drive-by from Reigns to Corbin. Suicide dive from Rollins to Corbin into the barricade. Styles going to be going for the phenomenal forearm on Bobby Lashley. Lashley picks him up after some help from Leo Rush. Nice slam from Lashley to AJ. Cover 1, 2. Before a stomp from Seth frickin' Rollins to Bobby Lashley. Reigns going to be going for a spear on Bobby Lashley. That connects right there. However, Styles is still legal versus Bobby Lashley. Styles now going up top for a phenomenal form. Phenomenal form connects AJ on Bobby Lashley. Cover 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles picks up the win. Seth frickin' Rollins, Roman Reigns, and AJ Styles defeat Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley to close out, to end tonight's episode of WWE Monday Night Raw. And they stand tall. From left to right, Rollins with his Universal Championship, Roman Reigns in the middle, and the newly acquired former WWE superstar on Monday Night Raw now, the phenomenal AJ Styles. Nice finish, nice go home for this match, this 6-man tag in the main event on Raw tonight. Good little match, yes it was. Yes it was. It was. Good finish. Everybody got to do their finisher, their signature move, so they stand tall. Styles is on Raw now. That's going to get people talking. Hopefully the ratings go up, and with AEW coming into play on Tuesday nights, hopefully WWE will still have control. Who's heading to SmackDown? We'll find out tomorrow night on SmackDown Live. WWE Chronicle Roman Reigns Part 2 up next on the WWE Network. So a good Raw, a good ending, a better ending than last week with the Bar coming out and attacking Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston. So Raw now officially over. AJ Styles, one of the new superstars that came over during the Superstar Shakeup. Superstar Shakeup will now continue tomorrow night on SmackDown Live, also at the Bell Center up in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Thank you guys for all the likes, super likes, and super hearts this evening. Also for the shares and the follows. Be sure to tune in now tomorrow night for my live reactions, play-by-play of WWE SmackDown Live. Also, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, CoolHandLuke96, on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and right here on Periscope. And keep an eye out for my WWE, well, let me get this right, my NFL Draft 2019 predictions sometime next week. I'm still debating on doing live reactions play of WWE Monday Night RAW and SmackDown Live now next week as well. But if I don't do live reactions of Raw and SmackDown next week, keep an eye out, and I'll get it right now. Keep an eye out for my WWE Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live recap video along with NFL Draft predictions sometime middle of next week. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I hope to see everybody now tomorrow night for my live reactions play of WWE SmackDown Live. Be sure to follow and like Gridiron Ring and myself, CoolHandLuke96, on social media. Links in the description over on YouTube.